Ebuti afọ ma munyina akwa ba bio critical issues ene dey to am live e wo UTV so no empacho ene a very important and crucial or critical conversation ti Mr. Wa say tie na sopam ni nyina mfa bi enye esuade na most importantly we na be hye den ama ya start amount pressure say ye here transformational leaders on be dane on man wani because Ghana I de mama with all the resources bauxite gold diamond na nipa kra wo mu kra ye resources mu ya wo hwe mpanifo akese ati akonwa so ha akonwa mu e wo studio ha akinye bie ni mu se Ghana no animdifo ma ben a betimi a kyekere o man die ye wo bi mane broso ye wo bi mane broso see the questions are na China be ko ejaye Korea be ko ejaye Singapore be ko ejaye Malaysia be ko ejaye nti ene ye nyina emfa bi nsuade ne enya atenie no kasa bebre no we talk too much yemfa talk no enye pressure ensesa ye constitution emma aban pressure say ye pensakraya ye nananom ye manyina ebenye biem se de meka dada no panikase aro frempom manso no wo eye osagefo enkroma na ban mu adakabre frempom manso papa pa ni mpo eni otimisani fa a beba beboa ye because enye yen anka we unye bida so pani a wa serve in nkroma time amenu mienu na ne yen wo yen obetimi aba be share an experience ne ye course so a nkroma ye ne mo ye no a ene yenye bi no wa hanum sei sanso ena openi kese posa bafo agimadua eyo openi anaka oye advisor United Nations senior governance advisor say President Kufo Foundation no ona da no a wono so de wanya no ode mo echire ma say den ena ombeja a build the next leaders for the next generation sanso na openi a oben no a woto ano so ye Yera Benabeku Arthur urban development consultant visiting professor was senior of France or Chade universities ewo Abroche oko de obeno no a professor Ose Kwatin faculty dean the Department of Arts and our Faculty of Arts University of Cape Coast go Cape Coast say o kan ho be boy am a no even in fact history professor Krans and dean Faculty of Arts into history da bakosem de wabi mu pa prof beto no bwa cheche sem ni nyina emu nti penifo yi enene ombe boa ya me ate ensem na se a ene I'm just privileged say the be kind history pa na me make a ene ne ma be komichim no matwe ni nyina gu book ma da ache bi me so me de be kan asem e de ache me ma ene abusuafo nyina nti ano page on Facebook and social media platforms na ye ne professor associate professor Pokua so e be twetwe enkomo twen e wo zoom ene be twetwe ko penifo ano pe ma ma che ene akwaba Yera Arrow, so when you're
Yammy to me, no piable.
You do trading and passes so I feel supreme chroma bring my year, you ma. What they so?
That's
Mammy shall say, because you will be at what's now 57 abre so a basis abre, no. You can't transformational leaders. I can you for to Mrs. Son or maybe Shabre and then crabia. Who is saying?
Yeah, the car. Madam was say Martin's Afrima by UTV4. Said that to soon be no number thereby. But some time you come in my birthday. Many akrama. Maybe 1 But the Kamacha Utum for something. Ya Otiko so Murano. Nafia President of the Republic of Ghana. Umpo on with dear so. Dear Sari. Nafi Convention People's Party. The Empress say, Mam, you the crap party no. Nana Akosia Frema, na sapon kuma CPP, any papa one on the banano. And a secretary, Nana ya John to us, so Afia John to her. The banano, or can call salt on be a year, secondary school, you know, when you see any other. The banana colano, the papa we are not Kenyan, say, or persuade your papa Juma. Na penny for a share wa manage pass me share penny for Madalma Moti Yankopon Aboamone Becase Kwame Commandalma Motimius Yongoma. When my dear only said, a dear Yawagana. Ya intimate queen said, dear, a fata. And he said, he knew a mound dog. And I dear Tosimino no correct. A board in Sajaman Dia, a year penimicatches and an argument you see away. You see a ye. Nemo Macusium Oxford, Macusium or Cambridge, Macusium Princeton University, na de me ko hu no ho no me pese me ka kire me president say eno ne de adwuma ho ha ebe ye wo mra o ma no ye lay foundation towards that na obi de mfia pem na ye kire na akyeche ne man na wo ko hu na so o me mfa nko Ghana enya adwuma na sa sort of adoption no aye wo Ghana no we don't adapt but we adopt say ye beye na ye hu se nsuo we broni ye fi ni krom na no need nkomo be ka so edura ye na buruchira ye broni moja na ye ne ye dia hwe ne ye dia ye experiment ye de blow bibi ne a na wo no ma na side effect na ye more even though broni no ma when your side effect but wo dia ne ye more moja no eye sononko dia eye ni se ye wo Ghana ha ye wo nkrofo asade o ye suangoma pa wo munim ni die na no coverty by elma say Ghana doctors na ye scientists for wo ma ye yi ehodi a chesampa ye wo nipa wa ha eduro bia ni wa wo muntim ye ho adwuma wo mu hia say ye beboa wo ye be abai be gia to now I'll congratulate crop professor Akufado. Why you coverty, papa? I can't say this. Many political differences, but on this, praise where praise is due. Why you towards the covet? Why encourage the experts? In science, the woman in the bois. Indeed, they are high any Oma who do any lucrative.
Of any work and Yama patriotism, and say we adopt instead of adapt. And no ma enko ka China experience so say China for ma adopt keke. Omo copy wo de na ye omo copy na omo de akọ menu na China take over.
But before I go off no. One na me balam to become Malaysia, Singapore they all came to see Kwame Nkrumah here. Tungu Aboroman Oba immediately after independence. Oba you know 1957 Ikushia na Kwango airport no say oh my emba ye duan wo sebe tafo no say media we be come kuro
abe no
abe
Malaysia president na Singapore
Malaysia and odi koye okoye no chess abe and odi adwuma ama Malaysia aye fra be na fei wo mu school kuni o nenso wo mu ye school a technical and vocational institution no and ye more say yenya skill labor in Ghana we lack skill labor Emrante na mo yenye dwuma ye bi pese me kan kire before independence after independence one na turn doctor in Ghana no immediately after 1964 1960 ko men kan to me ho na ehun sabe de doctors in kwada nam ne ade obroni ba yes what went wrong thereby we didn't say what went right but say what went wrong the answer the bibini some ye dwuma ye ba na professor the warrior enye ne yakobe the warrior yen de yen kan WhatsApp and any problem and I feel so school syllabus me kai say 1965 Kwame Nkrumah Ponte Mr. Samuzu na sopon school so onye reform ye syllabus na brofo ne ma no edi enya colonialism ya penetrate in our schools ye reform ye intimi build Africanization into the system ni nyina no papa ku ba pe ana Samuzu ye hi na die ana ye syllabus and then the matter say ye try say Professor Yunso ni ade e be bibi
prof adwuma mo ye onaka no
okay and there I would like to contribute inti yesramo ye kase ye ka Kwame Nkrumah sanya se ye ka Kwame Nkrumah keke
okay inti here arrow o je atum se Nkrumah de no a transformation leader
completely
okay
more than that even
okay my son about to be because our experience here very rich you prof but una what share leadership so many times or friends say CDD round table discussions ni transformational leadership ye den ye nya bi da na
ya nya bi da said the Europe panyin kan ye efun Nkrumah so because ye were colonial rule na ye be Ghana and we have to transform
okay
na Nkrumah so na sabe ne vision very very great intino or the vision no gade na mamuo e ma etim sisa na ma bebre na nkosi mom e no free ho into transformation no de enya bi
Nkrumah was a transformational leader.
Oh yes, he sought to transform Ghana. There's no doubt.
Person wo chirem because Obia make it claim no. There na ma ono down so as a transformational leader.
The kind transformational leader, the second part of leadership.
Okay.
You're a transformational leader, you're a positional leader.
Oh, okay.
Positional leader, mini can. So, who are positioner? What's your position now? Me fancy a Juma woman.
Presenter.
We a presenter. Into we a positional leader, and it's over fast a Juma. Near ya choda who pepe no this one. Won't mind cobbed, ya won't just idea me the way can we be an assembly way can we ye. The Dima on Kwan, our books now way. Until the core political leadership more. Positional leaders need one more. Ya more positioner. Position no who any year. Seka ne driver dia mano, a den for dia mano, allowance ya dia mano, o to kwa broche meetings, no nya allowance per dia me dia mano no. And no ye ne de chance or da obedient adwuma me ye. E kwa ben me fa so a metimi mbeto no high level me di bi beka ho. Na me free ha no na aye papa ama ye nyina. And no positional leader. Ti say all the transformational leader mo na wa wonim. On the best of Jumamun, yes, a Jumanu and Nigian and then any day. Name a combat faso, nor this position when young, or the bay at the pa, na atre, na change society. And only difference between the positional and the transformational. Until it the be of a baby, I know the dinner said, dear Ben, or any position. A ban be a bar, you say, almost bombers on baby. And so gauge o hwa mu nyina ba bi omode ekodura ubeti ase ehunu wana na oye transformational wana na onye so entisa wo free president so ba ministers ko hokra na enye no because ehunu say ministers ne other positions bebre omunya ye ehunu se sanye bia omode ba omanu mo through their ministry tisa wo be ye minister na se ehunu so sakraye wo anyima na se wo be ye positional leader wa am transform anything sanity tini enu apanyin o ka se Nkrumah e transform no e no kre e kwan bebre so e no kre e free say wo hwe ba bia ne e free ne ba bia ode bedru 1966 ansa na o free ho na chese nko man no ode no man bi to 2 year nka besesa wo hwe industrialization part wo hwe educational side wo hwe health facility ni nya na e de sesa so na ho de se ne me so e me de o ka se bi se so sabe obi shana o kan bi a ye what went wrong on kwa then what also went right nti Nkrumah ye nhwe no what went right ye nkofa what went wrong and nti wo hwe what went right in dia there's a normal bebre ekoye ma nti he sought to transform the nation
but he sought is different from he actually did oh to me transform Ghana
na me ka se o fitias ye no sabe emre ye ninka so nti mra ye o free ho no na vision ko person de transform na NC because industrialization or no so time na state na own industries ya bebre and so nyame anim nie we de panyine wo ha me mani Africa kra Nkrumah me hun twice mo by 65 ansa na ebe yi no na no ma bebre higher pa industries ni bebre na workers brigade na ko form international say senko no awo ho ebia nko san be mbibi na sesan papa de
no so an economic problem
o free ho no o be free ho ben fi mi no amense o be free ho na no master to be ka se na no sai na ekof okay na ma e ba sa
yera abekwata wo na o ye UN consultant na de ye problem a ye what say open ka se so na odu anim omo na ye UN adwuma asa na oba Ghana omo de na eche Ghana ye ne aye di show so na omo agina bo so mu ya na omo de na ame oba ye so enche na okọ retirement omo de abrofo no ye omo be ya human resource na afi omo okọ retirement na no master drama but yera abekwata pacho Ghana is it what your necessity a problem or how or mine shia ya yentumi nya say the arrow can Singapore Malaysia for ya ombeshia say the bia me leader or your transformation na your problem no and at the end your problems you see
okay meda wase na madam penny plus say yeah sure say the power on this table
too much power and too much knowledge
it's and I appreciate it so much opening positional leadership any transformational leadership and opening case here pass actually patriotism ayeni but make say transformational leadership requires a perspective of the future. I say uhunu be bia wo man no anasa wo nkrofo anasa adwuma anasa busua no eso mokọ na eye bibiam say Ghana ayira yen kakra apart from Kwame Nkrumah dia yehu bebi opeso de yen kono ayira yen Nkrumah di onyamre bebre after Nkrumah say Rollins na buy and on so nyamre bebre after that 4 years and no edi enya but no cresem they say any transformational leader requires a long term to prosecute the agenda. A very long term. Now, menfa and share politics and let us also look at it in terms of industry technology. Say ye despite ni nebusian foi ni nkrofo mo ye adwuma say mo nyamre tintin and prosecute ni amopesa mo ya ye nhunu adwuma poti amopesa mo ye sanso so na aban bia na se panin bia so se wenya mretintin entumi am prosecuting agenda emboa no enti ehia se ye benya transformational leader or future obenya mre e dia prosecute se se ye ka say ebinum edwene future of things ye edwene hospitals education is very very important basic but ebinum edwene AI artificial intelligence Wumpo, it is coming. Aba. The way your medicine, it will be seriously affected by artificial intelligence. The way your education, already based on COVID, what is happening. As a transformational leader looks at the future and sees where he will put his people within the scope of these changes that will happen. Ghana no. Me history no send ya penny for intimation. But I'm looking at Cecia and the future. As Minister for Local Government, what changes should happen in decentralization and in the local government, in community development? As Minister for Transport, what type of transportation? And as Cecia and we should have in the next 10, 15 years. As Minister for Mines and Energy, what type of mining? What type of communities must be built around the mines? And a transformational leader requires a long term, but must have a vision that he can prosecute. My memo, a solid point. I was listening to our panel, Abuja, AU experts were discussing Africa's urban agenda, and many Professor Manu, yes, and Professor Mabogunje, Nigeria. Yeah, discussing, and then the issue came, say, anti-Africa power for infrastructure. Sikahini been here to develop infrastructure in Africa over the next 30 years. That was a question.
More answer.
It was a question.
Which was never answered.
It is still a question. But they've been over the next 30 years. Your infrastructure of Africa, how would it look like? Sikahini here. Ghana, your infrastructure. Over the next 10, 15, 20 years, what will it look like? And I hear being here. For example, Prof. Let me just throw this in. How many doctors do we require in the next 20 years? Population is increasing. Okay. How many doctors do we need? How many engineers? How many lawyers? How many scientists do we need? Which areas should they go?
NDPC for 40-year plan, no because now NDPC for your 40-year development plan be when you any manner.
If we
because the report is not binding on any government.
Document, yes, solidly researched. Fortunately, there were members or more current commissioners are almost to contribute. I also wrote part of it actually. But the point in this, what future are you looking at? Say yingina jitum say ye pese on mine esesane ni. Ye ko baby a say bi otafa say we as na esesa will not be found wanting. They say enti ye be chichire nyoma bi ato abopo bi ato a opening bi asa bi onya position kra. Ohwe ne mre kuma na obenya na he can prosecute that agenda. Gidi say that NDP's document
okay. But transformational leaders now can e bi wo ho ne. Do we have
me gidi say
positively come out.
Me gidi
say what you want to say.
Honestly speaking, me gidi say yenya senior person ye pen no Kwame Nkrumah dey na different.
Okay.
As take it or leave it, Rawlings did well. President Kufuor within the period that Yedemano did very, very well.
Very well, very well.
Very, very well. I mean, you could see from HIPIC, and I had just come back from grad school from Rotterdam and served in local government, started urban development in local government, right? But you could see President Kufuor did very, very well. Area Kufuor, on COVID and so many issues, who say he's taking steps towards that. But my person say it is not only at the political positional level. We
Prof can say ministerial level at the bottom. No, we all need.
If I don't even want to go into the ministerial, let's look at people who started New Plan. Where are they today? And nobody took it. Nobody has worked on it. Yakoko Fakas, apart from Prophet Kojosafu, Apostle Kojosafu, who is trying to do a couple of things. Boafo, the car here, friends, Boafo. What's a car? There was a car called Boafo when the son.
Arrow grass, Nana.
Oh, there be. Boafo was a saloon car. I jump on time. Yeah. Ghana. Nissan wanted to come to Ghana during Busia tour at Champo's time. They wanted to set up here. They were leaders, but the thing is that Yenyankro for Mbetwaso. So let me make this point. We tend to compete legacies than complete legacies.
Okay, that's powerful. We compete legacies instead of complete it. And they are very visible. And case in point is Kumasi maternity block. 45 years a dynasty on
a champion.
A champion is here. Obia metwaso. Now the Omuka chance a dana to tear pants and to Imagine.
Waste of money.
Waste of money. 45 years. I see maternity block at Shemara. Omukwa woso a omuko wu anke betimi age omukwa access to healthcare ni ade. Ya tena onoma 45 years. Ama dana tetia pansam ami ejiregu.
Because yeah. Papa idi na ebobu.
Enna no ka no.
Na make Jaja msa kire no so.
Ya beka say we na here instead of say you be compete.
The whole thing boils down to patriotism. Lack of patriotism.
And one waka yera prof who na say history who ye din say transformational leadership you can history mu no ye hu bi where is it?
Well, thank you very much. Me da si bebre na me chia atiefo omo Ghana ha omo hwe yen sa bre afin so me chia me colleagues am no omo me University of Kikos ne me nanfofo omo am bo mama ne esa me ba na face me chia me yere ne me ma
ya bo abaso so say we ye din
o say din dem Afia twem
I mean Afia na mate Afia na mate
ma ka kire oda da
oh I
o question na o busa no yem say transformational leaders ye nya bi na ebi nso da so ho a ebi nso ye bi ba in various capacity. Yes, sir, will be a president in Kwan or transformational leader. Okay. Position be at the Bemau, say we are vice chancellor, we are head of department, we are dean, we are provost, and now we are headmaster of an institution, we are director, CEO near that. In Ipabu, ye the Jibrebi Mono Kokoye a Jumana. Ubon said, Usha Emrena na omuni ho no obi wo ho. Ne mra no mbias baby a ombe fiti ase no se de na name asitie emre beduru so ombe kose mfie mienu no ombedi mfie nan no ombedi mfie du no ombedi a obo nse na ensosonie bebre na aba enipa omutime sesa nema ma anema foforo ba ma enipa anije sa ankrofo no ye from ene ye beka se ye transformational leaders ti wuka se bi ni Ghana ha meka se enya no kure ye obi because ade chi ade esen nyina no enipa bebre yem se memfa mo adwuma yenye so eye ose kwa me despite mo de Dr. Canadian me emre bi atwam na me tini din pa na nzo na me tini din se oton cassette so kuma se yete se ose kwa me despite but ene ye nte se oton cassette ye te se wo obi a wo ye wodi nyuma bebre na aba oman mu apart from so di nyuma bebre aba say wunya bi ye ebi bebre sunya bi ye no watimi aboa ama oman nso ede e kɔ ne oman nya tax obi a mfaso ye wo no ne pe ana one ne tipe one ne ebo tipe no wan mo no homodin no saa brekura no ono abeye liability o oman nso but ose kwa me liability oman no enya no mfaso ewiase nyina enya no mfaso now Ghana ha de se wo fa ye mpanimfo no se de mpanimfo o modika akasa no aka obi ti se osagefo no ye transformational leader ena obi ti se President Rawlings obi ti se President Kufo even omo baya nan enka enya sojafo ne betu omo mre kakra bi na obi no bedi mfie mienu ni kakra die ma no nko omo hihye na sanke ye ma omo mre a enka omo nyina so ka ebetimi aka se omo nyina so ne nko be transformational leader e champon ye bo ye ne to ye de epta bia ho ne bo no etuo na ekun no but a champon the operation feed yourself e bai na ye nkola no uko school a uko do kakra e school ko school garden ko do ye dua bro aduane be bu so ma na enya bi na afekra na itimi export bi enya transformation or dia banana na afi ne nko ba se ukokoye den ukokoto aduane ukokra aduane free baby e na oba be ye ebi ni reference a wo make it to sa maternity block here e wo kumasi a ene yeso ya bubu agui na maternity block no ni ho ansa na oba na oni ho oba ya do nya adwene se e ma na wo kumasi apomuden na eso munya maternity kese ultramodern yesi ena osi ena fofia anto ata ena koye den ekoba se yekotu na ban omo ebe to aso no omo na anye den omo di ehwam omo anto aso so omo to aso a enka be hu se enka yebenya eniema bebre akoso ewo ye mamu amye ya den akona nim ti se America ne Britain ne oman because school Birmingham University of Birmingham honam koye me PhD me free the year 2008 me ba me mra na mo ho no hu se wo be cross wo free so Sally Oak ba bia na mete ne university no bo hye sa wo free Sally Oak na wo wura campus ho no ba na ye tuo factory bia na ye tuo e wo ho na etwen bi da woni across wo cross a na omo cricket park e wo ho na university cricket park asama ko to university buildings na ne emfie du achi 2018 me center na me koye me PhD invite him no me international conference no me invite him say member me call here no I couldn't believe my eyes
say ho baby na tuo no factory no no ya bubu factory no ya dane kwan no ya ye kwan no foforo na me adan ya siri ho no timbusa ho say se me hwe yen a ensoso ya be na da ye ne o mo enfie dupo me library me koto na me komu na me kosua de no library ni abubu asisiri foforo aye ultramodern emra na me student na me ko no se de na sitie na kwan na mfa so ko no na me ko nya sa de kwan na fa so na ko bi enti transformational leaders ndi omo ho no obi o wa beto aso no oba on to aso na Ghana ha de amasa problem we abakese a ema me yenhu eniema pa wo yen nim edikanfo no emu no leaders no eniema pa nipa ya no omni omo ya adwuma no okay
bebre enka no kore se de me papa di kan ye no ye man bebre na corruption so o man mu pa ye pese me nkuminya ye pese de ye nko a ye benya ene obi o ya de ya fa ne se onye adwuma ma o man ye tua ne kabo so ya ma ne bangalo ya ma ne car ya ma ne bibia onye adwuma e ma no unim de o ye ofin se wo ba na adwuma ye so ye ma wo no wa ma ne sika onye den onye adwuma no ma oda wo hwe enyuma ewo sese enkola bebre so munya adwuma anye nyame ya adom ne omunya adwuma bia ye me de eyi national identification card national identification card example emra national identification card omo bia omba central region University of Cape Coast me faculty building na ombe sre na ye de ba akoma ye fro no or the same emisata center ye ho ne de ma omo no mo ye ekura omo ne ma no sa ye one of the place unim your honor one of the leaders may he so rest in peace my colleague back your friend Elo Logabe when you be because I say oni mi din ko no ka chem say omo no ye adwuma ni bi nkola na ya fa omo no ye adwuma no omo ye unemployed as adwuma we ba ya fa omo a ye do omo ye adwuma no ya ba be de ye abase enipa mienu ye nyi omo di me enfa omo adan a omo gigi sika free crofo ho nipa na e ba be ye card na Ghana ni no be ye card no wa mfa sika amame a me nye de me nye ma si ye ka de ye ti ni de ye hu ye ka adaje bebo ye ni adaje bebo
nti yen Ghana for ni suban ti na ye nya transformational leaders
no transformational leaders no ho or the program about on vision and mission si yes obi ma ye vice chancellor
but ye pull ya no down
ye pull ya no down you shoot ourselves in the foot ye nka no kura si ye di no kura no e na obi aye na dwuma obi kwa abrochire ko he say abrochire before say Britain yes we mo obi aba ye chief executive of a council and you know or apply and this hana government appointment na ohine bi ko party chairman bi de obi ko we say na ye ofrie krom we na ye ne de no ko no ye advertise no nipa na apply oh ba wo do vision no mission say ye no university before you become a vice chancellor a search committee almost pay obi ku bi form search committee na search committee no obi had the forms be ko na application be ko wa kire wo vision no mission de oba be ye say in line with the university's own mission and vision. So no more to tomorrow, to tomorrow we no more who say nipa we are score nipa na ya mobile somebody we na you hear obey had the pa na we have to aso na we what to aso e de kwa councillor ko hemu ayede eyi ba ko am na ba be vice chancellor no what the university and so we betimi nya nipa na ma na ba or the nice vision baba nice program no person we na so nipa no a ehye na se no obi okura na we vice chancellor na the province kura no or turn it down e bia so one o finance director anya adwene say one o director of development anya adwene obe pull down sa na ekoso all over the country
say prof minim say president Kufuor time na this talk about civil service no on say na Kufuor say the politicization of civil service say we are buying na no matter of vision a wo no o man support e be ba from because obi send a message obi say what happened to agenda 2020 okay president Rollins address no so education for all by the year 2000 water for all vision 2020 actually omo dey for by president Kufuor no mo GPRS 1 GPRS 2 no president Rollins omo structural adjustment program yeah policy bebre it was supposed to be vision but yet ABC mo na prof now obusa question be say eye before na your skin no ana ade na ye te ABC mo prof do you know why are we still here ade na say come dey ade na ye nam abroche na ye lala ye ko Britain ko bobesia ko America ko bobesia ye na China for na anu ye omunye ye meti ye nam China bobesia ye nam Korea bobesia why ade
the dika no Mr. Emfire skin color no
okay
for say nipa de nipa okay all over the world
okay
it is because so ye tuntum ntia before na nye dia no de ye mfa
okay
na systems are ya create amayo on say na na from pon can say be say ye adopt ye adapt
yeah
very important and I mean you am so how say or emphasize duration of leadership and so very important countries are outside here say or my America giant Singapore South Korea even Thailand
yeah
mention them utimi hu say nipa baako with a vision no utimi ebu man for about 25 years or more Lee Kuan Yew 26 years 27 years over Malaysia 23 years and on into duration is very very important na ye can say so na wa say be what vision we were longer period no also a very effective leader we dey America na from ponima disagreement kakra bi and Kuma vision was great oh na mra ye tra 1960 eco 64 ye koye one party state no
okay
the vision no unfortunately until the last 2 years 3 years and no ma be called basama ye no but so hwe mahatia Singapore Lee Kuan Yew in fact what you can book number from the third to the first one what catch show how he consistently selflessly so because Africa ya nyanko for omanya long period Mobutu was there for 34 years the country has sunk negative and na me akra Ghana I would say the longest ruling person and JJ Rawlings 19 years so 19 years until no kausha pa dia on also ko move country further than anybody else ko nyamo nkruma kra nyasa enso so no owie no Ghana went into epic. That's the truth. The economy was run down. no krobi o ho ani se edisiesi enti no hwe Africa wo me nya long period no omo mom yentimi mmoa oman no eman no bese enti na ma pro democracy activists ni ani bere se sa saying for long no emo Africa ti ansesa
okay
a ti say e
4
years term aba na the ade bonwuma kakra wo ho ni se so bi ba ye president 4 years o ye good pa no asa wan bio 4 years o ye good pa so mrase wo nko bio ni atwe asi wo yesa ena so bi be president o ye bad pa o so ye nfie nan ti say Trump o ye bad pa ko nya nfie nan ka ho a wa say mo man enu bi ni Trump so into democracy no a very interesting concept and is otri anya yie no anya ni papa or vision no selfless na nida ho se me manti said na kan patriotism ti no may say ya enso yes also asembeto
but prof eno na prof bisa say ade na Asia no example say o mai omo nya long term no mo transform your man mo man ko nanim na Africa ko examples awa me Mobutu Ghana de ni ade na ye de omo nya long time o man ba form Mugabe ade no man ba form
ha say Mugabe o ko na country no it wasn't so bad besides say white dominated by what be no say Mugabe I mean Zimbabwe for years so na hono na wokofa say black intimi ka say yanko a system ya create papa minu ya panyin o ka asem de o say ya adopt ye adapt it is a democracy ayeye democracy boni say enye straight jacket principles no a universal na practice no there you do it according to your history your culture and your environment
fantastic
ni ade ne ya sem fie na mekan yi obi anchishire ye say my president won fie na you could have said 5 years 6 France say 6 years 7 years Britain crowd there's no duration so far as people like you be there for 20 years adan ye ka say ye de ye be no 4 years ya nwunu so America for you adopt it but you adopt you adapt it adaptation I mean panyirika na chesenka ye ne hwe history ni the dimano esi bia for no de nya ne fine ya nya the same thing constitutional troye senke yenya transformative leader your constitution say asesa no atamils later atamils the cra enye kama or the bibi sa ba yes spend sika
yeah constitutional review commission no
me madam for remona tubuga secretary omu call all over the country your church no kama the amanfo say yepe enso you kodru president Mill ho or si media me penny say amanfo say yepe say elect DCs or si there be munyi miensa minyi baako the point I making is say ye obi akoye president they look at the inheritance system say to their benefit to their advantage into onya kwotran ho pa once san no da ofiri mu anu hu say I didn't care say san hanke because ko say appointment of DCs president BFE say ho no ka say ba na wona ko ha e man pa na ekese or to ababie wo betimi awen enso about to nyina che say whether you appoint them or not you may win or you may lose so entino the na constitutions what the powers be brave ama president so in the whole another side but transformation to make a system side no na ma ye you see empena or see your system na you create no na your leader be Mexico some years in the 80s now one party be a rule for about 80 years 80 years we are to come create entrenched system be we are here and the president be by no see way bad for the country
Sesano
enti asesana sesa me ko sesa so me say to aba me lose because me ye changes no na papa aba wo sesa no ampa ye to aba so lose so on the meche and no
ani ye ni bi no
da bi
ye be dey nya leader say we dey me ba me sesa Ghana me fa say me lose elections
me fan say be preduasa ye na kufu ado o ka say galamsey be de me
makonya beto so
na ye betuma ye ntu enso an say so mu akọ che no say galamsey say dey si ko wan hwa e ba kakra e na fei ekoye bibi a e wo ho e na momo so obesa so
ana ga excavators ayira wo no
enti the American ni say wo probi obe transform ye man na ye ya de dika e system na ye system e fa bebre nkoyi ma ye nyina ni tua se ade no nkoyi ma ye anse de obesesa na yenya na obi obeba obetimi aka se media mesesa na oman na ye ama ye nyina na ye nananom ne enya baby partner na me dia ba no me transfer fie na akora na metimi sesa no e change constitution no na amanfo na democracy go grassroots decentralization ye dia no aka it's still at the administrative level. Fiscal decentralization obi anko because obi apese ye sika ne bibia won kran na wo tamala wa ban kran ufri buna wa ban kran ufri tamala wa ufri Cape Coast no wa ban kran to chase after things ye betimi locating local level ebebo ama local development initiatives aban ye mpeno sa oh enti power is so concentrated in Accra in the hands of our elected elites almost some person devolve power no. And for me is the greatest challenge. To be obabi or the best or the be ne botai say. Ye be system no. Near the normal be up to 2 years. Na obi aba say corruption of minu kan ye. System you can stop it if you change the system. Oh, enti we there. Em say me ka say ya but
Arrow. The same question with the man prof. Aden na ye nru ho. Aden na said o kan Malaysia for ba yeah, wo de wani hu wo mo. Singapore for ne adenti dey any Ghana problems is here ye be dey ne yatumi aduru honom
mpanimfo ya kasapa na dey kan say dey adenti na yenduru education. When I say education say dey me nuanum pagwe sense ya dey as I say ye level fapem no na from class 1 kg correct munyela makwa abrochire akwada free abrochire free class 1 could do 6 1 year could do 6 years were equipped to a stage.
That's right.
And San school has Ghana got that thing as I say my educational program no edi yenya ni etimi hunu say ya reform your school curriculum na yantimi ama education no and starting from day 1 akola ketwa na oba no ye di subembi ye di ba chirechiro se de mu kan nyina ne yenya we are kidding de mu kan nyina leadership no adentina obi ye vice chancellor na de osa wonder man no because we need education to that le mo ye chirechire ye nkwada no free nkwada bra mamo mu ye reforms educational reform should be supermost you say drew baby obi say 4 years ebe ye penia kufo ba obi say 3 years obi say 4 years ye hwe no experts be ekwaye no the same expert no can say 4 years we do be so see our equipment in there 3 years no meet me go wow no na a holo any problem na make kan ye be stick out said the only baby nyo ma ho don say be they said the menu na komato me ye ne de be bia no ensi mahaba seminti mintum na seminti mamsika inti me lose circulation kwa mepe Akufo-Addo said garam say oh let's get people up but then so fapemno I say who see die the dan ebubugu ntentema ya mombe ya hai Akufo-Addo Malcolm yes in here inti menu ya dan e wo form no ene na papa e kan leadership foundation. Where is the leader taking Ghana? Have you told the Ghanaians where you want to go?
But Eja, na Professor Mark points we say, ya na nye too much about leader, but nipa no DHA civil service for no to de bia. Say leader no to say the old can chroma di. Wa jene said den or pepa said den ya. Say nipa no ka say wo de better ata wa. They said na Akufo-Addo kan galamsey nye Ghana fo ya na ye ntoma no asesa na dwen mahama ko kan ayi nursing training ntoma ampa so che so mo to tia mahama
hold the point ajemandu ya ye no say Matia and Lukwangu you put your bank down
okay
say I'm going they be ye bia na yama na Mexico de oka I followed it up somebody had the country. But the Obama, he did the reform. He lost the election, but the reform is now going ahead.
Okay.
Baby, to say, you know, I'm cocaine,
Colombia.
You back about the me, the bomb didn't say, me, why you reform, no? You won't go for me, but now Colombia's reformed. On a persistency, yeah, patriotism, but then down below, no, now we build that foundation, no. Leadership all day here. The coca ebi meka so Kwame Nkrumah hwe so problem no He created the Ghana Young Pioneer Movement. May catch them on
a member.
Oh, okay.
Obia or Young Pioneer, Obia, you put to Ghana.
Young pioneers.
Yes. Mudia Monshe.
Then ma a sonko or young pioneers.
Because you throw say ma discipline and obedience, reliability and secrecy, comradeship and forbearance, love of work, volunteerism, sacrifices,
values.
Okay, when you know
values.
You can go there with your fingertips.
Yes, I did no. And ma me catch Obia, look at, examine yourself. Obio call young pioneer, as at now no. Why baby I'm happy.
That's very true.
And they work because they love their country. As a president and a leadership be a can reform say papa can. You build the foundation reform. Now you are momodi and for educational reforms no. Now you are pejano sura. Masa we are kidding. Now adia ba ko your leadership you lose. You what chieftaincy, you what tradition. Broni no wotini kuro mo di ba kuro fere chieftaincy. Only culture, only teaching. You could see at the other yes, you when you have local government reforms. You know. You marginalize your chiefs. Kwame Nkrumah, Broni by what you sue chiefs, they build it. What did we are? They rob us and they use our chiefs. You blame your because they were with them. Until Nkrumah by who said chieftaincy was important. In 1960, Kwame Nkrumah acted Chieftaincy Act. The chieftaincy has region, national regional house of chiefs. Okay. You buy. And then him for woman, you know, young tap warm. Now you use one in Famble. Nkrumah time. Now you for positions in government. Assume that you be a baby. Former Asunya Hene. Oh no, State Furniture Corporation. Nkrumah and chairman. So one share, so many. CMP.
In the era arrow, oh, dear to say constitution is a problem because constitution for free. And I say my him for your active politics. Among your partisan politics.
They didn't understand because Obia Korea Buruni Amamre and whatever. But that's why I use the word adapt.
Yeah.
Adaptation. Obia Korea Buruni Mamre. You are free say foundation no what is one. Won't be ya where chieftaincy da in this country. Because ukuro mukura ufi yaseo abusia pani onye yaseo na doctor na uba wako abusia pani ma me no we dey jama wo mako asembe no moka you go back enti say ya mfa ya mamre ya nyankopon de ma ya nya broni na de ma ya broni ma ya no ne enim nyankopon ukofie bi asi nyamedua ya dua nyamedua brani wunsa otwadi ampone ya asase yansa na basase so enti enim nyame. You see, before the advent of the white man, Ghanaians were godly.
It's here, a foundation. Yeah, him for no idea from.
We must reform this country educationally. And I feel at the back when he said there should be massive public education in this country. Share Niano Matra Bruchri, Bruni Bayamara, what the Bia Busumi Sia, what the Akasa, ye Kurabia, Busumi and Sania de Joma. Aha, local government minister, adia chance here implement. Enuntina a local council system no, any problems no. We are say mamuntra, Obana wantano, woman education, watching Anjane at the Kuruntia, one fantina. Utra ka bekum, utra be a BBC. That education hasn't gone down with the people. Now you force some rano to the people. It doesn't work. Rollins did a lot of things which didn't work because he forced the people to accept a regime they didn't like. Now the education Juma he was one man who could have transformed Ghana. The spirit and dynamism, he was an inspirational leader.
Okay.
But what happened? You educating the panel to understand now all the force they are counterproductive. Then you bounce back. In Ghana, you said you were transformation leaders. But NDC a 40-year plan. Senche NPP anko. Yes, ye. A bruchile munyina matraza. They have an agenda. Uko Britain, Uko America, the same foreign policy. Britain, the same foreign policy. Baby, I struggle. It's economy.
Yeah.
Opia and society. Enti eba, I yes a cake at daho. And a utu ba, dear. Ajemedu edi man me do oba no to so.
Okay.
I have also because of your position T. The Ajemedu aye ba near ya to nchai. Near ya kwasa people. The real face aye sika kro no ara wo man sika. Kwame Nkrumah wo de Ghana for sika. Ene mo ye nyina said the menu Ajemedu akai. Ye 7-year development plan. Master plan or plan GH Mensa what the executive secretary.
Yes.
Ena e ba say austerity measure buy. Bibini ompa ho kire.
Na ba yera arum pacho before I be call professor wo zoom no. E then I said na prof Adwumadu aka no. Nkrumah ba ye na o man ye yie. Na in the last 2 years ansa na ye tu no akonwa so ne ma chi aye.
Human being am kidika kai. You have advisors. Ye ba ye no ne ye kan na wuduru ba yo ne aka o Ajemedu a ade na wo ya no aye die na fe sycophancy ne ye.
Obeni bo hobi o say de sycophancy.
Oh na Akufo-Addo ye das o obi ti ko jebeti akobi na ko o na wa ba ye toilet das na Akufo-Addo ba ba ye toilet. You see that sort of you know yeah, experience from CPP era. Honestly,
yeah, from CPP.
Yeah, and you follow
history na ye jatu mu na ye
yeah.
And you
mistakes no be bring.
Ye be see ensuya
from mistakes na e ba no. Na nke ni kwan say e repeat. But ye history. This is a
Ajemedu mentioned the 2 years coming. Now Nkrumah was going down.
Yes.
Now we had a problem.
Yes.
Economically new.
But now your duty in Crawford and Ben said na prof can
no. Number one, at the up to Kwame Nkrumah leadership in Africa was also a pointer near military against African Ghana. And now say Brody Fee sir, obey Betty. Who by independence near 8 independent African countries. Who by they do 15. I do 25. I very quite young year. It was 7 year development. Princeton University Professor Louis the be chargemen secretary no asoma mo kan ye ne se Kwame Nkrumah timi year 7 years to 1970 he was the champion of the world, he must be eliminated. And economic policy e ba en so ne dinya and one party state no engineer one year maybe o abroni betimi ayusu e de tia ma wo waje de say mo wura no wonye papa.
Okay, yero aro what been me pese o maye say in fact na de o me ya me pa but me pese o hwe say sa niam we a hu ye e wo osagefo breso yi enne ya Ghana ye te he ya try NDC at the First Republic ya try NDC ya try MPP. But me call Prof. Pokua, cost one answer the West is seeing that, for instance, say Ghana, you go the way we are threatening to know. Yeah, what's the influence of the West say? Omo my new to say Singapore, Malaysia, and you know, mammy, Massamba ho. You know what, sir? Massamba is here. I'm call Prof. So I'm going to go. My boss is here and son of our to 10 years. I'm call Prof. So Prof. Pokua, I don't pay much more quaba.
Ejosimi aba na mo ti sen.
Yakopon adawo ma ye ho ye pa. Emusa wona o che leadership e wo abroche wo baby a wo cha de wo Wisconsin University wo no. De ne o how problem a ye wo sesi a wo Ghana. Ye ntumi nru ye nuanom a akọ o manim ti say UAE for Qatar, ye friends in Singapore, Malaysia ne ade a say de openikase aro kan. Wo mu nyina be sere ye ho akwankyere o. De ne ye problem.
Afia me da asiam se mechia o panelists ni nyina was jamba for minimum no ba me nyesho so ni me na me ye Ghana Association president of Ohio.
Oh.
Cincinnati. Now o sister Vida.
Oh, I feel Akayo.
Cincinnati.
Dr. Dadia no. Eti me obi a wo behu me no na mra so wo behu me. Na ye tie ne say panimfo ya kasa a che o madwin bebre. Me university pe and ye chere 7 leadership, the master's program is 7 leadership of America ha. Me chere dey of Echebo University e Wisconsin ha. Na answer na me be chere dey e traditional university no. Me chere dey e friend saying Career University of America ha. Career University ni ye baby a ye chere nkrofo dey mo koye adwuma. Nti ye chere wade wie ya no. Na che se wo koye adwuma. Ni sem panimfo na ka ho asem dada. Ye san e technical university. Na technical universities na ye wono say me ba Wisconsin ha ebe design leadership for all the 16 technical universities technical colleges at Wisconsin ha nia etia ni say ai se say ye disuano ye ntimi mfa ye nsa enya dwuma ye trimu dia ye nimade but intimi mfa yensa enye adwuma enti ebi kan drone asem ebi kan artificial intelligence. Recently me published an article about artificial intelligence because that is the future. But then I hear wo ho me person me summarize ni amakakra. One, your technical knowledge our form. Two, ye bibia no ye blame abrofo. Meanwhile, no, we have ourselves to blame because abrofo shape leaders in brain and ye leaders. Three, industrialization is the future. Industries burn administrators in Kwame training woman. Now, mom, do we have plans for technicians? Do we have plans for engineers? Almost obey a juma amaya we room. Now there be a young kofa abrofo our more technical expertise, you know, Emma. The other thing is that yam rabbi brains so no implementation in your poor. I'm not no and so no yeniso. Na to so biem aya na say ebinumu ka say president na yi ministers a ebinumu moano. Leader bia no obi a obeyi ni bia to your inner circle no reflect on your judgment. And you when they call you say nipa kro na ommoano ma one akoyi no so you blame yourself. The other thing no a culture a omo kan won asem. I mean sure what be there's a reason why Democrats for elusu about more but Republican for winning in America. Republican for is about values. Yampa abortion. Ubetimi hold gun to protect your family. And the values, you know, and on use Democrats for a year policies. But as an person your policies, you know, you have to understand the language of policy. And to use policy languages, yantiasie. The other thing I'm planning for become a year duration. Sabanchinya, Udi Sisu said Danya, and yet. And it's when you're 8 years, now went to me and answer Sabi Bia, and that's open 10 years, 20 years, sir. Togo here, he had the money the battle 50 years, transformation on media bro. So, and he said, duration in our pedia, and yet, when you're 4 years and 8 years, sir, for what drain, no, Susie, no one more doing in your bit me, and no, I dear Bako. Near a trust is opening a adaptation. Look, adaptation, I had the 4th tier of the 4 A's. One of my books, a year leadership is concept heavy. Answer now might be a baby, there's some more accept the answer. You have to accept it. More accept here, not fair, more appreciate it. I accept you. Yeah, you never boy. Near toss me answer, then you adjust together. And then I want to adapt it. So until you accept, you appreciate, you adjust before you adapt. The other thing is that Nkrumah na owo pace, but not only base. Now Nkrumah ewo pace, but not only base. Other leaders are to also Ghana no. Omno ewo pace. Omo base no Nkrumah base na Nkrumah build them on, but also the pace. Oh, and Nkrumah even don't know what pace, but not only base or build the base, you know. And me University of Cape Coast, answer na me buy my master's in leadership, my doctorate in leadership. Start time and Nkrumah independence time, I build the University of Cape Coast, you know. Na airport wo original plan for University of Cape Coast, na airport ewo ho. Identity na Nkrumah time but timidri se be nya airport to Cape Coast. Na be see na leader bia nwe won ti say transformational leadership. What are we transforming? Ma menche wade ba ko ni ye hia se say no a year entrepreneur leaders. And 7 leaders, and also make sure book. 2 things in here. We need entrepreneur leaders, and then we need 7 leaders. Last year, number 1, Texas, Houston, echo representation about entrepreneur leaders for all business investors in America. Now, you be before me, Uber driver be our free Nigeria. And Obusa said, "I'm from Kweden, and I'm going to show more about entrepreneur leadership." I said, "Okay," and Maria was say, Nada no more muse no motina ha na mo move for no kwa de go Africa na me nya mo move for de go Africa anim dia for Africa na yan na yampa disua Afia yampa disua. You see, education has been part of every solution. Na yes as yampa adisua ntino ye bibia no ye pe the cheapest way. And to see akoya exams opobi obewiam and as obenya leak examination questions no they are shortcut no they are okoye adwuma beka chen se wa mehwepo awon kran aba adwuma ye de to ye kon ye fa iswa na wa ba be pesika nkwa no be wi akoba. Unfortunately, no, what do we value as a country? ya value ni awawie sika kosi dan
yeah
akoto car no ese ni obeyire ne ho aya adwuma na obekọ fie no nkra hwe enti as the people no ya wo problem ya values nye enti se ka development and asset transformation anya ya kwan any hospitals any schools no kwa ya dwen no so need to transform anya saadi a we be running in cycles ya ko ya nim da esan say the leader the oba over 4 years 8 years no be bi mame ma example baako Joe Biden aba yenim ni Trump ta mesiye oba wonim ni focus aye me ensape taxes spending and regulations so until within 4 years the target ni yes there's COVID but if you focus on taxes spending and regulations he will solve all the economic problems of America the leaders be transform one the plan is saying minimum crop or your medicine or a barbed wire see away dancing and no be your mommy but over from the dog mommy send you sika na talk how America breme civil servants dey benya sika no but those people are not even taxed obeye will get back come one so the fence be 80 million 8,000 Ghana cedis why na okutuata samano 65% of the non-formal system they are not taxed and you know how do you get money also kwajebo say the 60% abetuaka civil servant no so kwatina office hon so na or sign 2 letters no we read the graphic no kofi what is the productivity and you know ya be akasa say you can get one sem but kasa no adorson let's take action nyankopon open doers on petokes and you offer obi adina ya adwuma obi a or you ready to do action anything that Moses he Ghana no say man say go back because we need doers. Transformational leaders are doers. They have vision and they are doers. They can take risks. Okay. They are courageous. What is the courage?
Do you see, say, anytime soon, say, Emre ya womu Ghana hey, sabre ana 10 years time, ebenya sa doers ya okay ya. Ajenchira wo dia ba say best sound man no adwene na da ye nkola etim na openikese ya arrow crack asentete ya ne ye de mankrofo young pioneers antete na asem na can values principles ye benye obi a obetimi ama adane o man ani ama ye duru ana
ebi na tete wonchen
omusu ni power bi o betimi ayesa so o be na no ma
ma menchina wade bi o me wo ha say the bia mo na me kasa that trouble ha one day meeting 5 different radio and TV stations na kasa and me ma me be tro se kwa me wo be wu aden and ankrofo twen sa so wo ye kasa obi passion, the Greek word for passion is suffering ade bia wo ye passionate about o suffer for it and me leadership on na me yeah. And what I see is leaders in the but yan hwehwe mo and you see blame abrofo anya abrofo na ye leaders man ya na ye leaders in fact me dissertation and in Ghana parliament a party followership and political leadership a study of governance in Ghana a corruption a problem in no ye leadership ne yes of leadership ne corruption a problem in I have so
okay. And two parties say corruption into no you choose the wrong leaders and Ghana for you choose the wrong leaders.
According to World Bank and Afia sika bia de be ye ka aid in wasem $148 billion and ending up in individual pockets every year in Africa. $148 billion. Sika bia e benya bia about ebodi ba Africa a quarter of it which munna bia no e baako e ko share individual pockets. Sika no wo ho na yanga say yes no. Yes no. Enti se obi ebo modina so ye lol kwan bia sika no kwa ko bob sia but ye ya na fe na hemfudi chini ye ni ada we de betira ma obi ahu se ya ye kwan o se oba America obi commission ye kwan na bibi ya taxpayer sika na wo de ye kwa enti your problem is say empty glory for leadership opanika ya ahemfo asem ma me kire we problem me wo fa yo hene yes, so quite anymore. Yamfa and Sapa and Co. As I said, would be biblical. But that gift giving, a bad gift demanding in a culture, and to public servant be out where Juma, or beg you cancer, or be frustrated, some or what now I want Jessica, or my own come out in your mouth. You see the problem. But even language, or be quiet vetting, yes, you want to come from any other way. Yabeka saw one return, Pansam no be up for. Now, so language, a you call Kenya. Swahili of national language. Oko a year, Turkey, it took them 30 years to develop Turkish language. And it's one language I never can. Why don't we start now and start developing it? So, as I say, your language in Accra is not developed. It's not developed. Apart from Fufoni to Tunia, where a woman, a drew yellow, a day, I could was ready, and Saco is ready, and I say, a drew green. What color do we have? We need to develop our language. So, and suddenly I just say national language, very useful. And the planning, any problem, and we plan our life for BBI to say look to a chance.
Okay.
Planning your life.
Man, now I say, I'm saying, why we are very passionate about it. The best time to us, there's a part 2. Nyankopon ya adoma ye be next week. What can kakra de ye be ye den ye tumi eduru China ne Singapore ne Malaysia but I no pay mama na wase minimta ahomache e wa America nti minya ona koda kakra said ba ye be san to asnyampa next week me da se bebre prof no kokoku kira de leadership any management studies or Wisconsin University onum ye da se bebre prof Nyankopon sha so we stay up ahomache wa sacrifice on na
Ghana for nyina any microm kofodia for
kofodia for so beto nka we are very proud of you arrow crowd won some more na say you have made it say arrow private bon some more there you have made it prof but prof Jumabodi Ajimadi yeah na Jumabodi as one ka say we nim nya na ye mo CD one am training we am am say knowledge nyina but prof say the aka nyina is it a hopeless situation yentumi solve
it is not hopeless at all.
Okay. But he has said it's so hopeless.
It is not hopeless. No, can say accurate here nyina we could be and it's true.
But we nyina so we need power.
We need power so we dey nyabotre.
Okay.
Afia me ka just say memresa. Me dwane sisi. Na mamemfo asem bi a opanyini from power crime say omso aka bi. Education. Na education no e be free KG. So until recently, na KG and Kanye educational structure. I did back when impressive me call me kusu idea no ha. Na my sister Oboni dini or run day nurseries, daycare centers. E ho na ukwa enkoda 2-year-old, 1.5, 3 no, ye chire omo basic hygiene. Right. Na me can we asi problem bi organa yentimi solve sanitation. See didi ani atu we atwene wonam kroma atu we atwene me kotna kam hu fro me host family ye tna kam ana small receptacle a France basket or say bibia so you snacker this is where you put it straight away or say we don't throw things on the street so it is all who drive on the road is your littering instant fine $500 to be an litter na ni nyina frintiti enu mu enti we on pani ade okan no me ne ya adwene oh value say disua yesua no your values na say and unfortunately bibi mo fanche me o asofo ni mo fanche me anyamesum bi so abagana and this new value bi aba esan your traditional values na no obi aso so obeka e free say obi oba president Ghana bia wokobutu omonim ekogye mpaibo no kure asofo na aba beka se we koye president oba meho oba ginhira enso sabi impreduasa send back kobutu na nim kra no minim the substance of the person.
That's right.
Na se uma ye de sa nyame ne ehunhunu ya ba anyamesom esan your values no obi antimi nka in every in there's an exception. I'm not saying all priests or religious leaders are that. No. But omo me vocal na yesisi nipa no ye doso and this nation is standing by
and watching
for them to run down the values that we have. Na bedo man akonanim nti e ka man nkoso a e ka ho and we need to be talking about it. So enti educational kind no ye do be free KG ne be momo these values from the beginning sanitation wey emfanto it start from KG enti mi se kan me waban mu a can be emphasis for education a beko KG for the first 6 years. Those are the formative years akoda nyansa eni bibia wo shape ni nyina efrase ho na akoda sa bin producer wanya aduane ani na wanya hwe no di 8 years no ko school ade be no obesua de be no ko sua no nti afua sankomo die eme de pa nti meda minion mass unfortunately
prof ye beto sankomo esu nyanko there's a part 2 a nyame adoma ye be ye no next week na ya to asunti e da ase enim say wo so odwane na okoto adwuma bi so nti ye better ase but openika say ma memra so na me ko prof na dey sa ade we buy a prof Poku Afia so about enkrofo na o hye wase no yera aro penika say kra kan say nkroma last 2 years the reason why na ma chai ne omo ana e wo na se no sycophants is one of the main thing he speaks about. But again, to say the enemy busa prof no, you burden ya solve sa leadership issue ne yako. Ono aka education values any abuse of religion and also abemu.
In fact, that was it. I mean, sitting with Prof, and it's amazing, and thank you very much. But many Prof be here adjourning to a point. Nama disagree kakra. Say. Ningina epo the most important thing any the leader na menye Bible friends saying menye theologian but may draw from that angle onyankopon obo ni wiase ebo nipa no odi nioma bi guo na o kyerɛkyerɛ sɛ wubu saa de no so a ɔno onyankopɔn no ɔde punishment obetwaso enti leader bia needs to lay down the principles the philosophy and a leader bia or person or transform papa no say o demand na or sanction na I say yempeni for nkroma or sanctioning his people one ye ni your best sanction o onyankopon one ye ni your best sanction o enti it is not necessarily disagreeing with Prof a little bit. It's not the people per se who are under. But it is the leader and the way he demands and exacts responsibility from Nkrofo. Yehu President Kufo. The ministers in penny for no more man. No, I don't. You are more at a point, Krami, who say Minister Bakuya didn't call court because the SCC Assembly, I'm saying youth and sports. By ye in Ifrio. Malamisa. And the owner of Bodino. And now, Jerry Rawlings was also doing the same thing. But I say, you must send your mano a water down, not only in politics, but also in various spheres of life. Obi adinas 1 year. You should sanction the person. Ne demand it. Enti a leader, and I want to use the example of Rwanda, Paul Kagame. What's na so kakra? Ni leadership style. Like it or not, 1 year, or be sanction, or be dealing with you. And no here empower. If you are my team, your culture are confusing to the sense say, obi ya didn't say about sanction and then they be your penny aba. Grow me aba. No way aba. And to me and continue with the principles, any values I say, you did DM also. And the first thing, the leader, the leader is very, very important. Second thing, mechanism, if you your choice of democracy. Your choice of democracy. Mami, say me wome party. Na say mean to me and create a generation of leaders. Me for local government, maybe I'm minister Bakubia, and they any na campaign on the minister for local government. But political parties, Prof, teach me if I'm wrong. A platform for training future leaders. And you must have a generation of local government ministers. Groom them. Have a chain of them and know say these are the people I have who are my leaders for local government. Inti we anye nipa wu nipa yare. Inti we into me anya you choose this person. A transformational leader creates a chain, a generation of leaders.
And be after him.
Who will take over from him. And at the second point is there must be a clear philosophy. I was talking to Professor Abraham, Kwame Nkrumah advisor. Yes. Let me need come Lyon. Since I'm
where is he now?
US. France.
US.
US.
Good.
Ghana once. Nebabema was the technical advisor to Ken Livingstone, Mayor of London.
Okay.
Who introduced congestion charges in transport.
Okay,
yes, I got any. But me didn't come on and say, when they wrote into Nkrumah's speech on Independence Day that there's a new African and there's a new Ghanaian, na statement philosophies
So.
name you do because of person who is a Ghanaian and yet by birth, but there's a new maybe a American, dare you fight the American flag on Obekon? Because you did not make a dream. Me got France kakra. So person you French near. You go through a chain of lessons. You did not make values be.
Ghana so.
Na ya dey say you enti esi a clear philosophy. Values be where chi.
Nti you need philosophy say.
Oh, you have different types of obi aka dey say you was sentiment philosophy. You were northern philosophy. Fantifo dey minim say na tie. Na you were just say philosophy. Nina various philosophies, but esi what is the Ghanaian philosophy? Oh say na penifo ka say oka about friends foreign policy as Americans. Kissinger foreign policy and one American prosecuted. Almost the same. Because they have the value system behind it. And the leadership requires that transformation leader requires a philosophy and a value system. And Nkrumah was doing that through young pioneers and those things. Unfortunately, to me and continue. But that thing must be there. If I want to say one last thing, Professor Entry Kasano, he talked about language. Very important point. Very, very important point. Now, meaning say researchers beye mwejuma. Over India, they do English, but Hindi are predominant.
Yes.
Over Malaysia, they were British colony, but Malay.
And one Krumkasa.
Over Japan, they have been influenced by the Americans, but Japanese
is the main language.
Is the main language. Russia,
Serbian language.
Russia language and behind language is culture.
Okay.
And values.
It's a language.
Language is key. Your education system, Obia can was opinion can was Professor Entry can was our education system is based on a language which is not ours.
Okay.
The value systems behind that language, you know, we are confused.
It's English, Kahuna, Ghana.
Oh, say language.
Okay,
language
generally.
Because we have computer in Japan. It can be manufactured anywhere, but the language they will use on the computer is Japanese. Oh, and Akwalano ye training that thing is behind it. Language is very, very, very important. Now your leaders, you know, transformation leadership, you know, bar ne akofa ideas in kakra free link on you. Ne akofa free ha, ne be free China. See Ghana yetie.
Ghana is confused.
Yeah, Ghana fan as because China wom, Japan wom, India wom, America wom, France UK for wom, France for wom. Who are we?
Where are we going?
Who are we and where are we going?
Wow. That's Prof. Who now which say history? Who answer to that question? Who are we? Do we have a history? I just say Ghana for. I did one my you down so say Ghana for and you say where I can for where for. Do we have anything like that?
No, say Ghana Ghana for you say. You free Ghana for. Nemum ni you free am from and ya camp ya be cambo mu ya dey. Ya be Ghana for. It's an say Britain for be dey so. Now omo colonize since 1874. Na didi mu na by 1957 yenya independence no ena uze ye colony no na ye wo the colony ankasa and then the its immediate hinterland and a protectorate no that's the Gold Coast ena na ye wo Asante de ne ye bono ahafo ene or the same bono is bro no ne no ye ene Asante region no na eno ankasa Asante ena na ye wo Northern Territory no Northern region and ya chichemu be mi ensanse enum no ena after 1914 no 1918 between 1914 and 1918 World War 1 no by Germany for ne Britain ne France for ko Germany for di nkugo no ena ma transvoter Togoland so de be kan ho e di sa ye nipa we nyina ana say region ana territories we nyina na on 6 March 1957 ye be ka bo mo ye frɛ Ghana ebi a won kasa oka on say panifo ni di ka say menu panin so kasa oka bi say kasa no different we see omo ye we num so omo ye we num so we no ene no kra wo bobo tribes no bebre sa de ne da di pefe we go universities we go secondary school ye wo union we union Asante union Bono union Dagomba union Igbe union we union it will be an pe de ode be ko ni fie I say ma mienu ana me nsa omo ware be ma baako obi asem be pe me dokuno fa say o pe de ode one ne ma de na omo pe o pe ne kuraba de yi so eno so gbasa na emwan enti de kan yan nyina bom wo Ghana ha se me minim de kire me ye brofo English brofo ene kan ye bom isan se me tie asisi obi kan kran a mente me nim so ye nkrani so ye oye fanti akuapem so obi kan kran me won kran asisi so obi kan kran o de kran kasa mente de wo ka
ba fanti o te fanti
o fanti de say any twi no ya kan no so obi kan igbe mente so odidi matem so o praise me so ye de mente
but prof unyi se bia se de no kan etenke ye wo policy a ke bia se won te cry you be forced to learn it
say me ba me beland de me kan say o question obusa me na me answer ma say de kan ye bomu a ye frɛ say ye Ghana for no
English
any brofo no ye kan so eno na ma obi wo esiremu a wo ye kusasi ni o ye Dagomba ni o ye frafra ni o otimi ne me o say kwa tia metie etimi di nkomo so no akọ school no otimi kan brofo eno na ma me so etimi ne di nkomo enti eno ne de ade a den kan ye bomu ye Ghana for ne mom ye wa amamre soronko enti o buka say yo kambeka me be use brofo but me say a trick program ti ma me fa brofo mo esa na ama binum
so kan wa kire mo twenya
eti de meka nyina ne say wo question de meka nyina say ye Ghana for be esan say yetimi kan brofo eno ntine ma me te wase we say timase na mom say me ya Asanteni no ana me ye akuapem ni me ye frafrani me ye Dagomba ni me ye nkrani obi aka ne kasa and obi anso I say obi protecting the turf is the person the language policy kura ba na person fa kasa ba akọ se kasa ba akọ uze twi ba bia obi aka wo kwankran ha ye ka twi wo kọ esirim kura ye ka twi binom twi ni adade o person wo su twi ne nke emfa twi nya ya obi mpre obi mpre da bi an example say akanfo ebe dominate ye politics kura ya ye politics ya na Ghana o start o share politics critically free 1992 ba na akoye bibi ti say ebinumu yusu tribalism kasa ne ade ba bia nipa free na om de ye campaign moto abama we no mo be di abaya omba be fa monkoa omba be yemu sei sa ne ma we nyina no e ka ho bi e na ma ye ntimi nya de enkoso
ba se prof o kan sa de na chese ne onu abema kan ye ntumi nko ye nim da because a language pa di enya na se brofo ne kan ye bomu dia na chese ye ntumi nko ye nim da
ye nim dia ye betimi akobet entimi nko no se de ye nke ye hwe no se de e binom de language entimi akọ
just a point yeah French obi oka French enye French
okay
obi oka English onye English we speak the language but we are not
okay
and I like the point ade e boy nyina e kan nyina bom English but we are not English
okay
and now my point I'm raising is Ghana no like Professor Abraham said na ye hwe who is the new Ghanaian who is the Ghanaian and ye ka obi a oye Ghanaian language ka ho but philosophy bi any culture bi a values bi a pushing no the young pioneer idea no okay work ethics, patriotism, those are part of the values.
But you need be ne.
But
we are not enforcing it.
I say you pager man
because I was going to talk about some of the issues that they education. The educational system I'll go through Sawusha and say some be abam. But they say no Sanyama ye Kenya or more than who say ewo ho eno eka ho bi ene ntimi nkoye anim anase ye koye anim kura eme ye nkoye anim said ye nkesenke ye kono so ho enti now aban we ba so since 2017 the educational reforms bi aba curriculum reform a obo medi say ye the new standard based curriculum eno e putu emphasis wo values a omo ken so ho critical thinking technical and vocational education so creativity innovation patriotism so be don man sa nyama wo kan nyina no ni nyina no e wo curriculum no nti se what transe no what study curriculum no pa year obehun se sa nyama wo se ye gitum e course nya covid na ba ye na e ma ye to school mu be sa abosume ngotwe asedu ene nka omoto aso eyi no na beduru sabria ze okwa books are o three publishers amancrofo atwere o publish ya almost 1,000 ya approve say niema ewo mu no akola na usua akyerkyerefo kyerɛ na awofo ehwe amomoma asua na niema ewo mu no ye di boye bra ye sua ne yi a yenso beduru ba bi a wo mu adu no so ho de mecha nti bibia no yehu se niema bi adi enya na saa niema adi enya ne de yabobo so education niema bi wo se yenya education nyese yenya education anase yen keka nkyere yen kyerɛkyerɛ mu nkyerɛ nipa ye kyerɛkyerɛ mu kyerɛ nipa but ye man mu no nipa bi heda ye o madwen se omo de omo ntijai se asɛm kura waka no kura wono ate no na wadane no no de ye politics eno ya de ba ko so edi enya wo man mu
ye mema ya ba politics so pa de politics say the na arrow shots and the first point no make a patriotism o man hodo ebi ni ho ye wo doma party mum chen o man Ghana no but me fa go back to education so arrow kan young patriot no wa say obobo eyi fa pe market see bi omo de young pioneers omo de share omumu your education system ye will be sa na because sa education reform yeah okay what is the guarantees another aban for ba ye mesesa no because ye hu be say the na arrow kan 3 years yaba 4 years yaba GC O level aba ade JHS just a confusion sa we don't have anything that makes us stand out
ma men can say be true your national anthem ayewo God bless our homeland Ghana eno ankasa kura wo fa na usua na ensem na ewo mu no values na ewo mu no wo ka se wo internalize na de bo bra ke no kura ye enough a champion breso sabre na e school na middle school form 1 a champion the pledge by pledge ensem na wo pledge mu ya ye busi e ho se sa ensem no ye ka no ya no fafa kwa ana se ensem na ewo mu no ye dwene ho ye meditate on it ne ye de boy bra e famu niam bebre yesua de no bedade na se yesua de kotwere nsohe ye twere nsohe ni wi a ayese minim kola bi a ma kire o ma de na o ma ko university na okoye nsohe no oye nsohe ni wi ya book ni notebook no kura no wi ya na we jano we jano examination center on fakura bi no we jano because onim se watimi a kire o be pass in this subject we dey name e wo mu no we wa pass no wa pass but ade na wusua ye no ese wo de ball bra so de me kire no ade na wusua na se wusua enura na me ka kire me nkola me kire o ma de level 400 na me kire o mo missionary activities in East Africa Uganda Kenya Tanzania Malawi ne Southern Africa ena me ka kire o se obi ti say David Livingstone obo modern pa nam no so ono na ma ye hu slave trade and the cost the way na Arabs no omo microphone ni omo kunkum omo yare ana omo komu ni wuo ni moja na ehwiegu ni ade wo twere koyo ode eyiko abruchire ma amanfo donate church University Missionary Association omo disca boy omo ba ye ba bia na ye ton nipa na kora ne ho na omo be de omo si omo first cathedral Zanzibar on ye sa na ma we nyina odi omo asa na ma we nyina de na me ka kire omo say sa ayi a me kire omo nei minim de na me wa me de kire omo ebi minim no as far back as P5 na ne wo twi book bia na ye friend kai mehwe agya de wo be kai mehwe na David Livingstone yesua no ho ade wo mu o chinchiri ho nyina ma ba eduru ba bi kura nka jata ekoche nawe otu jata ni tuo nka jata no ba ba che nawe but etuo no aboba no ebra jata no echi no otu che no so ye na say agina aboba na dika go no eduru ba bi na say jata na
but the battle of Utama
P5 and na wo kire no university
bi kire minim sade
o dey ayira
minim sade no
prof said this is a clear signal say ayira o wo kire no university
enu tira me mo exam
wo say ye kire no B1 ne no
se eno no omo kire the tree book omo de ye twi kan mehwe no mu na ye reduce ade from bro
prof dey na see e kwan say e be kire no kasa foforo na nke de a kire ahyase na aro kan no values na e di wura nkola ni mu na wo ma be ye mpanifo no Said the boy ya dwin nyina nya sika say NDC awia mehu same okusesi a baba be ye national organizer wa ye ntimi so me ko wia mehu same jemfi baba be ye se ntimi so me ko that kind of
mamen kind of say patriotism
say same abebo a me so me mo bi no eno
say patriotism no ye adwuma odon ye ma odon ye ma ye wo ma ye ma ye adwuma me catch say position bi ye be mo nya sika na abeka kopɛ mamen ka say bi ncho mamen me ma wo instances mamen ka say bi ncho me ohona minua police ni bi just say police minua e Ghana ni to ye minua onam me papa pani bi so ono so ye ex policeman but o ye related to no friend no ka chem say ni offer asibi na yere ya posture de na ko ba bi na oba no wo ye we say be 6 months ni ye de na ko akurase wo region me mo region di no be take me on ba bi ye de ko ye no just say okofa moto no de akoni school ho na ono ba no so obe okra ye no operation problems ni anda de into osreme o memoir nenka yensa ayi no manam na ye do e ko ha on be so obe ko na hwan ye mfa nko
exactly
question me o ba me say ye do e ko ha so on pe na hwan ye mfa nko but o de medical report ni ade be no hwan na me nya ntimo bro ma o kan o de na no kan na me say but o ko na o de medical report o de ye ntime hwe na example ya ye no oba na operation ya na me say me nya ayi bi ma tema bi ma na me friend pe fo ni bi a me ni no say o moa no na enyi no say o mra ni kuru no kakra o ba bi ari kuru eventually eyeye ma yesesa ma oba ne na ben ba bi ani kunu me ho no ma na papa na police ni no wa frɛ me o frɛ me o se papa no a oboa ye no esi e command bibi nti de na emfa nkoma no na se de na wo de koma no bis de na wo de koma no de na wo ye wo na be ka kyerɛ me e na me frɛ nipa na me tu nani e na eventually why ade na ma o se na okay wo e fa phone number o momo number ma na se me wo police officer wo ye yem so your sergeant who pay our general as compared to me a professor a dean of a faculty who pay na menje na mka chanse me nya de ma obi enje scam free no de me ya de ma obi a me ye man se me de boa ne se menua na ono so ye ono so daachi wa ye bia ma obi na ye de koyanim na mom no se wo ya de ma obi before say me de me ya de hey just auto phone ma me wo ye oba just one me koda I mean, I don't know me yankoso. Inti values na all kind. Sani mo we nyina. Ewo ho yamamre mu no. Ewom. Traditional ewom. Uba Christo sumo ewom. Ukonkrabo mu ewom. Enso yenya traditional fo yi. Yenya Christo fo yi. Ene yenya nkrabo fo yi. Yenya ne.
Ya so na ye Ghana ma ye
ministry. Ye adwuma ye ministries ye oba bia. Enso ba bia. Sameka. Ebi ahwe a mi si ha na abe de say na amanfo bia na ye be
how do you overcome it? You see this lady is asking us to give a solution for some of this. The patriotism aspect here can and here can to train the mind of the youth of Ghana to be up to their civic response, the mind and the soul.
The mind.
The mind.
The mind.
You see, the mind is the thing.
It's the mind.
Are we training the mind of our people to be up to their civic responsibility? It's your school reform. Yeah, mucho no. It's mind training taking the centerpiece.
And the ewom
very important.
Very important. Your call our world and our people.
Britain. Papa Kai. English for. They were Welsh. They were Scottish for. Any of that. No one can English kasa.
No one can English.
No. But English for say we call British Parliament 699.6. English for 400. The Academy split. And year and said no one more Britain no more and that was Scotland.
Okay.
English for they change at the end by. Now one way as young prof. It took them some years. And the word anglais. Yeah, part of English, you know it. Every Germany, every French,
Germanic,
Italy, and France. And a composer, Anglo-Saxon, yeah, wow, and a bear almost here. Dear Yayan say, can Ghana take herself and say, we are professional leader? I'm taking 20 years. I'm building one language for Ghana. Wow, that capacity for a leader to say, I will do this. Now, all the countries got a national agenda. Education and obey. Have we been able to bring all political parties together and create a national agenda for Ghana for the next 40 years? So when you come, When you come, you start there. When he comes,
On
he
track to
continue with
us,
it. When if Pokua come, when I come, then it becomes a united front, imbued with the spirit of nationalism, patriotism, and discipline. Now, say, what's there? We are kidding because the air can be about. We are doing what is called adcorism, ad hoc, or person of power. Until so we are, Yakasa have what and the Memianum, we said the Bay of power.
I buy for about say, no man, no.
And are we trying to build nationalism and patriotism based on educational reforms? A whole nation free. So foundation no anye yamasa. We are kidding. We are paying lip service to so many things. At Tamils, yes, constitutional reforms. Edu baby no. Yes, na Professor Akan. Yes, Debbie. You elect friends at this you for show. Debbie, we mama. Because courage in the hall. Power in the hall. Only a yinamo or say, Maye. The Ghana form can be Maye.
Okay.
A champion reforms or yeah. Because he was a military leader, people took never took, but it paid off. If we are seeing Ghana, yeah, the Adwania command Central African Republic, near my piano baby. But that small policy, Operation Feed Yourself, that theme, it went to the mind of the people, as we are saying. It's registered.
Let's take a turning from
left
old
and right.
system.
Right.
It
Right
was
and
1
right.
year,
A
2 months campaign, building it into the minds of the Ghanaian. So we are
The
going to
Joseph,
shift. And consistently, the media played a major role. The church played the major building values in a country or in a people. Religion plays a key role. The church. So see, we have American style church. We have the British style church. We have the African type of Christian church, and then now mix it charismatic. Into who values papa bia they build it.
You should come together.
And Marco Awarium, Esno Oba Woko Awarium or Catholic Church. The values or war. And Esno Oba Woko Awarium from Charismatic Church. The values or war. Ben Moko Awarium or Catholic Church. Onimsa Awarija ye.
But we cannot have one common. There will be diversity.
No, I agree, but my point is say we need to identify what is the acceptable values. I are building ingrained into the minds of the Ghanaian for us to leapfrog because the world is going. The world is going. To me, continue. I have an idea I've been building over the last 12 years. Say, in Ghana, because of the training, if you put any topic on the table, we can give you reasons why it is good
and reasons why it is bad,
including the word nothing. You're nothing topic. Who Benjamin Crawford, the books. Abba said nothing is good, nothing is bad. Obikra between you call quantum physics. A culture say where there is nothing, that is where something happens. But Ukraine say we do nothing, and for that reason we don't take major actions. Yeah, can Papa Busa say what will be the solution? We need deliberate state policies led by leaders who have guts. Send your Professor Ajimamba for Kanye. Who have guts say me for the next 4 years me implement mama me to me. Vote me bioma. That's okay. I'm ready for it. That guts say me to lay the foundation for the people so that they can leapfrog. First thing, very, very important, leadership that can take guts, that has guts to say, let's change things. Second, as he said, the educational thing, building into the minds of the Ghanaian, building a value system. Who say clearly, way at the end. 3, you must get secondary leaders. And Crawford, yes, you had disciples. What find your formula? Moses had disciples. Jesus had disciples. Jacob obeyed Israel. No one in Crawford. Every time a leader must have people, he can pour himself into them. Ofa Moses die Nyankopon se Filipa 70. Na me yi wo honhom e wo mu no. Mfa nro wo mu. That's what God said. And a leader pours himself into his people and builds that value within them. They must have a particular spirit.
Okay. But problem because this issue, no, my point and person politicization of everything. But here I remember about Chebe because there's this issue about Ghana or gold or bauxite near there. And yeah, then and chroma, it to me yes, our factories near there, you rose major near my and necre a fine factories in their fire good year. And yeah, then I'm to me and
yes, a fun.
Nina go. And yeah, then yen to me, but Messamba, Mammy, we did a answer. Prof, when I offer a national pledge, Nassam at the buy and a national pledge, I say, I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland. I pledge myself to the service of Ghana with all my strength and with all my heart. I promise to hold in high esteem our heritage, which is what you talk about. Heritage, Naira. Our heritage won for us through the blood and toil of our fathers. And I promise myself in all things to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. So help me God.
Values.
And a good name, no him.
Values.
Defend no him. We are raping Ghana. We are Ghana sika. Because we said na prof na sorry okana. Na prof Pokua na neka. Ye can force a prof obechira de we see mansions. Uye sika uye den nobody cares. But say prof abobra we je dim patwo. Amenehwe na edin a yato no yenka it is say obia wia o mani sika obia pe V8 obia pe de ode beje nchia de aba so kra ne Ghana fo ekwa yi ase ana party a dollar ne yetoto CDC ne yetoto eno ne yepese yenyame ehwe de ebe ni penu na nipa kanfo ye ba kwan a wo fa so a wo ye values a wo je kire say aroti anum say na ye nyina ye feel proud say table ya ye ti hu empanifo nimdifo mote na me akora keto mete na me ne mo katakra no che say makoma me ni bi ene krampo am ye okay ye hu eno but nka mo baaye aro kakra de ba fama me ni doc for kakra prof for kakra mame na ma ji ahye me ho ene nko ade bedi no ene ye penti na ye politicians ene mranti obi awie university okope politics aye no wakonya t-shirt kakra sika ye man road contract as party chairman no ate 10% into road no ebe ye no any 2 years kwa na road na say ye nya obi obeye nkroma road it say motorway a expire crown to still ye use motorway toll a ye ji wo motorway so ye ji more than 3,000 cars and a motorway so every day ye ji sika pa be ye fanye motorway ni da and atete apansam aro wo da wutumi da wo hwe sa ne ma we nyina mo time mo hye ye ma ne ye okay mo build factories ni ade na ne se motorway a wonam so ye nei aye basa ne wo da wutumi da
baby the problem ni nyina ne se de pending case okay reforms in education na mo ye no mo mani nya Ghanaian in character, African in outlook. Ghanaian in character, African in outlook. That was a message of Kwame Nkrumah where W. Abraham was saying. Oh, yeah, can't ye and to say ye Ghanaian first and foremost. And yet the language you know ye cano. And ye krum kasa. Language dear massa said ye okay. Why silly obien or benji kroma kasina to mu. But ye the education. Yeah, the mind. Swahili is spoken in all these African countries. They all accepted that we want to go that way. Uko Kenya Swahili, uko Tanzania, we must start from somewhere. And we must be able to build, said a leader who say, I am going to do this. Let us have one language developed. Let us have one national agenda that can carry everybody with us. We need 100%. By one national agenda back said you mo Cape University more mantem more one police obiaba where vice central that policy it still remains science and technology it still remains. Has Ghana got one united agenda that carries Ghana whatever leadership that comes and no ni idea you hear say but then we must go back to KG start from them ye can feel in your mind no near Kusku class 1 ni suya uso ya ba kwa upra ufi wamulu ni computer ni we about the post with you see we trimwa ni di adwuma nti ko do examination so a say apo ade edi nya ne apo ye bua professor bi ho no akota be wo so ma trotro we ba jiko na mo fanko akwara no ko de okay okotro wi a wo pass ya wonya degree o ma na nyuma wo ntimi ye ade ba ko okroma no ye nyesa the university wo kan ya mo ye translate ya interview any of nipa aha the ba ne say Afia Pokua me political yi we qualify or not amemi afalo na ye kan discipline na ye kan and then President Kufuor yesterday no the party discipline no or ministers any or lacking.
Oh, President Kufuor Abem.
Yes, it's lacking because former you know the only thing say he talks, but are we seeing really the stick, the big stick being whipped people who go wrong about his policies?
Yes, obi ye bone wo nanado Abem a ye nya ne hwe.
Esa so come here na ya ye say Afia Pokua bi say ye police say see ya this ya creo. See ya the other na creo bi. Ya appointed committee papa Ajakunya eyi na di ya na ye me ye. Wa appointed committee ya juma. Ye nu baby ya ye say Afia Pokua see ya there o see ya creo. Where is ya committee na me juma. One will look at I also we got reporter say eminent people here by they water you down on a bus no near kan kwame nkomota with discipline like commodity kojobo to them the all discipline your friends when you jan ne friends atamansa wo nyina you dey to prison because Nkrumah didn't want that thing to happen but he needed them at the end of the day nearby no he pardoned someone and he brought them back a polyculture down na yenya leadership na discipline cause corruption ye kai yamfia na nsi form say me kwesi frimpom me wo wabem na ye be sack na ko prison near sector example say the ajebedu akan ya o mampani Kufuor or sector example we should do that say yamfa discipline na na ye hunu say patriotism alongside but we need massive public education masa obi catch us say COVID-19 aye kai education has gone down well. Me challenge and you're correct. How many people have TVs as their workers? How many people have radio? We call deep down, they don't have. Obi cross all this is called to a good battery. Now many only are they. In the urban areas, you know, we have a problem in the rural areas. But we call rural areas, they are more disciplined. Say over Oko market, Kanishia, Okwania, yeah, they are to change. Well, until no. There's we must share KBL. 1 year a beer. 12 calendar man be no me advertisement. But don't go for to start be pa. But there be a radio so. No more WhatsApp. Massive public education continuously persistently. Okay. Ghana we need that. Okay. Because asobrachela atos. Okay. And the president only discipline people who should be disciplined. They shouldn't water down anybody. Let people know. Now the IN say reforms can be done. We have leaders who can reform, but we need rules and regulation and within national agenda that can carry the leadership. And therefore, our leaders should let us have. Where is Ghana going? Are we going to KJTR or KJB or we are going to Kepus? I'm asking you.
China or...
Yeah,
Prof now Busano.
Opening arrow. The ambassador may catch it on and say, you have problem no who's say. Sir, present generation. Omuna sa diabe transi a edi hu abobo aye kan nyina no omu ne farba na omu na eye ne mom de me pese me ka kire wo na me hye onkuna ma hu ni say curriculum foforo na ya hyehye no see the year adwuma the next generation of Ghanaians no ombesesa
me da wase pa
and also yesuro no because aban sakraya ye nyina ya ka wase
no aban ba I don't think
say nim say aban ba obesesa no ana obema na tena
no say curriculum no de yenya
ya de ana
ya so ya roll out no we you know aban foforo ba untimi nka say wo to achene immediately na ba to achene according to United Nations you know policy no every 5 years bia no
okay. Review
curriculum you know the obetimi abeyanze bia changes kakra wi na obetimi na say wholesale you know the wo to atwene the untimi ntonto
but you should more Ghanaian in character
but prof eno na yi kan o say
more Ghanaian mami kan tell say most of the time o kasa wo bon kroma di wo bon kroma ya kroma ma ye no ho research ma me ni hwe kra no me wo 2 chapters on Nkrumah, different me articles a book chapter and on Nkrumah. There me person me can say most of the Nema or International Commission on University Education. I for any free Oxford near Russia nominate at America and all the can no don't be but curriculum we sir new curriculum ye call for ministerial advisory committee ye di ye be fa ye recommendation this a framework by ye de ma ministry no the core cabinet adopt ya ye di ye adwuma ya come out with standard based curriculum and common core curriculum ye di ye adwuma ye rule out ye di be Ghana for NAA
because we're building Ghanaian characters.
Is Ghana what centered.
That's what we want.
Bibia is Ghana centered.
That's what.
Yanko even consultant krana na so boy or Ghana ni or Ghana now Britain. Our have investment body because on programs ya na a dim bono in because unim said there ni pan be dwuna fa na obi anu went no be our country no say differently to me person oye madam for oye Ghana ni ofri voter region me money di be me born ofri voter region oko University of Cape Coast oye Ghana ni so how they mention emre na ba say you move away from ye kofa abrofom because nimdia no e wo haya o
I've said it earlier
da bia me ka say obroni onim nyansa nchen ye bu ye ho abofia e na obroni mi wo ayi bi wo me yi so oma black achievements and inventions opani bi organa ha oye Germany oye Ukraine wako oye sofo so akotra Germany abo ne bra or try about this black inventions and or the same achievements or try home book and obi professor mo UCC also a historian am na ahwa ama or the man the breme ntimi na me share book me review bibia ye ne kama na me man no and o man try forward and am the man obi so aye or the good video so obi aye inventions and what Ghana have what we are seeing nyina computer den ni aye nyina nipa tuntum for na ye which means that nipa tuntum for ye wonim de yes ye betimi aye niam bebre na mum abro ni ayo
aha nti ehona na de me ba mo na maye adwuma o UN you see there any a problem abrofo na high because arrow kasa ahase na odi kan ka asem bi say west no omunya hu se ankromani abre one Africa okonanim because nkroma ba na Africa countries na omoji independent arrow nyesa na kan na Africa no na ebi be kan me bo na omuni ite ntu na be man kofo ani ate de na yenyini mfiri honom west ne na emma abibifo no yenkoyi an because the profit de na say ye credit first nti ade nti na data ye ABC mu
if you you say opening prof akasapa na ukokwa yemukra uhunu kese
tudue bia wo
si bia wo bia wo si kwaye kese kwaye bretio ni kwaye sei ni but esumbe bi edue bia si yen no yentumi embo modern hu nipa yeye we don't know because yana akwa I think it's a topic I say edi hu komo pa because ya fa different types of cultures and as say ewura yemu ene ye de bobra enti ye hu ni ye nipa ban ya ye Ghana fo ye Cabrofo ye wo Congo fo omo ka French but ye wo Japanese fo omo ka Japanese omo ye Japanese
e what make you point no but prof asem o kan say even nkroma mo time no kwa na yesi yakoye nim kwa abrofo no ne ade be boa ye nti ye den na ne de yakoye na still ye abrofo na mpe yi ana se de na yera arrow kanana abrofo ne ka ho ana
eno be ye eno ye bibia wo mo those in academia
the dean who have to explain
wo mo friend no geopolitics various systems who said they want to take control say there are 5 key empires. We have the Chinese Empire.
Okay.
They are taking over the world. We have the Western Empire. America, but Europe, China.
Okay.
And they were Turkish.
Okay.
One more sorry, they were there, and then they faced off, and then they've come
back again. Okay.
What for Chinese for Genghis Khan?
India.
What for Genghis Khan?
Now India is developing very fast.
Look, the last empire a takeover is the technology empire.
Okay. Pacho Boni Biosi Chinese Empire.
We have the Chinese,
America.
We have the Western Western
okay.
Europa Empire.
And a Turkey.
We have the Turkish.
Okay.
We have the
Indo
Empire.
Indo Empire.
Either Indo-China or Chinese.
Okay.
Okay.
For that, and then the last one is the technology.
Okay.
Technology empire, no, it has no specific, your friends, boundary, but it blasts and is big, and that is the future. Now, yeka transformational leadership, with all these things about Ghana. These things are happening in the smart technologies, smart cities. And it is here. Do we understand what is smart cities? It is the future. Smart cities are run by intelligent people. You can't intelligent.
You're a big quarter. Yet, Ghana, you need problem.
Phone here, you cry.
I don't farming cry, you go so they are so any second edo. Into can technology near you are. How would they help us to move?
If you let me, let me put it in right perspective. Yeah, bra Mobitel buy. Now you say, what the phone tell was one. Ebema cancer. 20 years into 30 years down the line, you see you say 5G. Eba. Ebinu so BB. Ebema yare bi. Eno kra ebinu kra say eka we no. COVID no. But the question me say wompo. The change will happen.
Aba.
And to say yenya banchi, yenya bordie, yenya gare no. It is secondary.
Okay.
The key thing is adieno eba. My friend, I call it the modern empires that are taking over the world. And say, see away, out to me your business. When you be America, your business quick. Upesika, or bit me transfer to waste 1 mile. 5G in Ukraine, and the speed of the ban, faster. And we are bringing it into the concept of transformational leadership.
We are saying better mouth here. We are saying the dynamic.
Okay. And this technology is going to change the world in a different way. But the transformational leadership. Adrene ben, ni share ben, ni values ben, and I am penny for the atoll. So we we will take advantage.
Are we prepared to take over this challenge? And how are we?
So we share more for free. A buying FM. Any in aban prepared. Anything or the new curriculum about why BBA. Say you percent in Colano. Or we are creative because it's creativity who here pa into no what addition no ICT. He's talking about computer any other and also science and maths. Ni nyina e ka ho aye composer and kolano e ka call ayi na kolano e ba besua ansa na values e ka ho a embedded in it say o musua na
technical and vocational
say no so we call JHS to SS1 you free will be common core program, curriculum program. And no, ombe bibia bom na omo esua bibia sa enema amabobo di ICT, creativity, ene math, science ni ade no omo ye ni nyina from JHS1 up to normal SHS1 1 and san omo kwa kutusu omo area ombe operate ombe kwa or technical say or business so okoye science so okoye general
but prof wo kan sa asemi dem wo ye nyina technical schools no kra ewo he technical schools and komaja na we polytechnics mo ba ye mo da ne nyina social ye omo ye humanities
no omo ye technical programs they are still there omo ye but other programs also can but emphasis on more on the technical is a TV schools omo si bebre yeah omo si bebre
yeah man resources and say GSS concept now obeko workshop okra na
I don't think that is the case omo ye me pese me ba be gina I'm not here to speak for government
yeah but education muntina
but the minimum ni say omo ye a lot are going on na the mahu say esi ni say eya na nipa no Ghana for no say the menu na ozun o say yempe akenkan nipa no bebre omo nkan even WhatsApp kra say the BBC baby na we na program we na course building we na yesi na ye de omakotwa na de abakra onipa no ohwe kra ohun ya so we de ye no akwa delete no we onkan niema no ya tre ni obeto bo ase aka no omo nya adaje kan no omo hwe yi ni de a lot of things e koso niema bebre e koso it is niema we de me can say the new minister of education and minister of information ya omo hye de nya adaje pa na omo ma education no enye enkoso ye pa because it na by na ye no education sector no it appears say enemete ye ne nsamo a me papa yi kan amon them say niema bebre woni bet ya so maybe all my all kind of me know too. All of them you have done them or we are doing them and
okay. But you are not yet to be exposed.
I say that should be a benya effect.
A benya effect. Say any immediate because
see are starting forward there.
Over time.
Yeah.
It felt over time.
Onkolana omo be kosa omo be benefit from some
program. Reassurance.
But my make point way. All generation, meme generation, your value systems are near crano. A different from generation ya.
Ye womi.
Ye whom. So say ye millennials. Sir. One more a group no. And you may be a sebiota frache ye yebuna atanta. One more agitum. Person me Bobby so says yeah, but a very hot topic.
Obetimi aboso.
Person me boso.
Obetimi aboso
because of baby my you free tea.
Who boss I be one day.
Me for boss ya baby bi o. But my main say millennials no omo adwene nko. Omo ne ye nko. Na me da nyame ase say senya wo si kan no say educational reforms in your ma matretre no. Answer those. But me dia ni say say etumi esesa. Na edi omu gina mpempenso bi a se nioma sesa call west kra
at least
on betumi agina edi sa values no so because ebi ni ya yede hye ye konsesi a say yenji ntumu yi ni anyame anye ne sa no ye say yenye ne sa no
human rights
ohun enti one ye very careful na millennials ya omo adwene shaped by internet new websites any you know one mo akwaje enu atum one hwe ni o chana akwa bibie ho enti meme dia ne say transformational leadership in education no and position yan kwalai be wa kwala ebia wedi 5 years wedi 2 years wedi 6 years akwala no menye ni da so bi say o chena bi no me ba no be fa values bi o de benante na me kan sa ba be si asori the churches and their role in transforming our society and our people.
Very important.
The church has a critical, it doesn't, the church and the mosques and the religious bodies, they have a key role to play. If you are the second major area, as in who transformational leadership, media. Modia mo kasa obiatio. Mo ye discussions no obiate. From entertainment, modia mo friends saying infotainment. Okay, inform and entertain. Enti mo inform and mo entertaining. Enti from info to entertainment no mo ma yenya ennioma bia e be transform ama ye daachi ene ye nkola ne ye man asesa na ntomani Ghana baby a ye kɔ no aban be ne de but say yenya leaders, industry leaders, media leaders, say yenya leaders in various technology leaders omo de nsonsoye bi beba and Colano near your future no.
Okay, Prof. Remember how back about the politics say your political party, your political leaders, a chain on my Ghana. Who say na make me de be aya na makoti aro no. Asha se kra no kan say the man kroma ban or no obeja tum say na your transformational government say patriotism. Omo di dua o man no hodo. But me say mbusa odi say no hu sunso so a enya e wo man no be bi ejina ya pem. Ye ko ba bia de wona na ye wa besi ne ye na mabrocha ye ko srese lala su lala na ye de abebe Ghana economy and ye dru hepeki ye economy no say abrofo anfo musika mehemu a ye nu ba bia and that's the reason why I would do one more say kwaji gave for tum no de asho anya menye we China for ba okay mema osika we bauxite ye ba befa raw bauxite no de ko uni hwe no waje atum president Kufuor ta ye kwaji bui dam esika o say meju koko Ghana for Sikori, a Bema Coco near the Koji, Professor Mills Mahama time, CBD loan, see a Benjamin oil, Kori, no my Beji oil. A year over politicization of national development, ne abedu and a pato susumame, na mama answer, era arrow, a year dena or Saje for Bresso, Mutumi build factories. Mutumi CC, and Yemen, a year day, and a Mutumi yes, sir. A year I and then yen to me, yes, I then.
The Abba said, Salamaka said, I'm in Comaya 7-year development plan. And the woman said, man, Bijina, now no would declare any declaration. Said the African should be able to manage his own affairs like European country. Let's see in your human quality. Let's see in your factory. Say industrial base, your factory base in Yandra is broken. Into what your region be and yeah. Now make that time, no. Massa, voluntarism, sacrifices, not patriotism. Maybe you must 7 years without pay.
7 years without pay.
That pay wouldn't believe it. Now you're boy. Now dear boy, Kwame Nkrumah said the team I won and say, you're too brony. Now you're actually a mind. That was the mind that the mind was the force. In Ghana 4 years, you know, teacher Kwame Nkrumah teacher for the Rosso. 7 graduates in here. Oh, Nanameka. You're building high institutions, science and technology. Legon became the premier university of Ghana, Keko University. And you produce some mechanical COVID, when who say, Quadanoa, ye produce woman is say, woman yajuma, a meal. It's in the Brabas, Papano, and your foresight, and this one dear, and your leadership, and that baby and no person what the Ghana call. Who declare declaration on Tina, you see factories, your one workers brigade. Your workers brigade, they on pioneer for. You could see for Israel.
Israel.
Yes,
Israel.
Israelis. I challenge anybody. In free Soviet Union. I was in the
Soviet Union.
Israelis, the man Kwame Nkrumah say, who call Israel or Brigada, they were the pioneers. One cookie books who hold national position in Israel.
Absolutely.
In Tema Kwame Nkrumah with the Biological Institute. So people should go there. Reorientation here. Or man penny could fall by a crown. Upon minister reorientation. Yeah, Asabi. Now then the reorientation we here. Say any a the school curriculum ya papa. Young Fanyajuma. We need to reform Ghana. We need to move patriotism. We need to sacrifice. We need to volunteer for the betterment of this country. And there should be massive public education on all fronts. Nana Kufado, your last 4 years, you got to sacrifice more than you expected, and we need it so that you can leave your marker after you have gone.
I said we will catch a president Hotel Konya so at least on no kute 2 minutes.
Yes, he needs. Said the education
and era arrow. But you must have a picture in Brabium. Where a typical house around Independence, okay?
The one museum.
Oh, Du Bois, Du Bois.
And I said, okay, people like your part money and the Nkrumah idea.
And arrow, unim said the son that year over 60 years. Du Bois Center and say yanet here.
And sister and come
why is it good?
Until the
center and say yanet yo.
Kekos University
windows in be on my a bubu. Now you perceive a building in here. Arrow, we say there was here. The Nkrumah Jama yana and cause here di be kahono. Said the end and Jama ye be at was where I be at was.
And
Patrol, where are he?
Kejetia.
Where Kejetia? Arrow, Kejetia say na Mujano.
Say the Kejetia there. Or 2 4 year reform in Tieba.
Oh, when you Keje, where as a
No, look at the chapel.
Because say we Kejetia Mahama ye.
Mahama reform. Me be for me one say. Professor Dean. Me be for me one say. Me believe if the institutions are stronger. Say the other countries, you know what? We have no problem. Politicians may go.
Me know you are doing perfectly.
Now buying for GDA mamo because Ghanaian intellectuals and scientists are stronger. I will not support any government obey impose a foreigner to come and participate in a policy formation. No. Now we have the men.
Arrow saying.
Say
so be on your Ghana.
Say foreign. Say Ghana need a foreigner no way. Do you know that we have a Ghanaian who is an influential person in NASA.
Oh, NASA, yes.
Yeah. Well, before the corner, Kwabenya, Professor Lutino, Neo, atomic energy.
Yes, atomic energy.
In fact, Ghana recorded the test of atomic bomb in Sahara. And then we are seeing
Ghana.
Ghana. Well,
yes. Atomic bomb.
Atomic bomb by record the go test was Sahara. Kwabenya atomic energy. Professor A. Costa, omne record here.
Omne detective.
Thank you, sir.
I see.
We are seeing it.
And Nkrumah condemn here.
Ghana hey.
Yeah. And Emma.
But I don't patrol to bo answer. Ya atomic energy ya.
Kwabenya. Yes. And Ghana for your demonstration.
There is.
And then ya atomic energy no.
It says a gukura. Somebody
because
recently there's a change.
I will say so because
it's part of the University of Ghana now.
I know. Okay. I know, but Prof, there are resources.
We have institutions.
Documentary on them.
Professor, institutions are what AD say. Prof said they want to keep more established. Who could the Cape University more team, more policy. Professor Biaba. No,
Vice Chancellor.
Yeah, the say, Obi Banwaya Jumana. After all, he took Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah said he had his faults. Should we demolish all the institutions he did? Why didn't we continue them? And because Brony Kachara will say, the Kwame Nkrumah be
we complete legacies. We don't complete them.
Sir, intimisra mama ye momodina ye momodin say institutions no ye hospital ye see ni ade nyina ye mpegya kakra ye on Ghana without aid, and then we still go for aid. So how do you compare with it? Oh,
fantastic point. Ghana without aid. Ghana beyond aid.
Beyond aid.
And so you go to give aid.
The president is struggling and he's trying.
Why President Ben?
Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo who so a Kwame Nkrumah product.
President Akufo-Addo.
Yes, ask him, he will tell you.
Okay, young pandi ani bi.
Well, yeah, Ghana socialist students has only gone 3 years. Or they call it Beledusei, Professor Akusan JC Junior, Dr. Modibo, obey Supreme Court judge, and so forth. They were all CPP boys at that time. In Titembi,
President Akufo-Addo, CPP boy.
Yes. Womunyano mko wineba at the Yoka Institute. Inti Akufo-Addo reviving certain Nkrumah policies by 1D, 1F. He's in building with him. And I always call him a comrade. He's a comrade. Now let's see, he hasn't got the push he needs from the people or from his cabinet who are saying, will be one Dama will be. This time, only sure say the team that he's working with have to push. If you don't push, get out or get on. Will be on your get, you should get out. So that he leaves a marker. Say President Akufo-Addo about 4 years, The President Akufo wants to obey a reform after Rawlings. No obey any brave. And the buy and so that Atamis buy the break about. Then Atamis followed by a friend say Mahama. They break about.
But Mahama so to President Akufo never be.
And so they break about.
Capitation
they break about.
You have no option. That's all about.
That's all to us.
But you could have said on to us.
So one to us. One to us. Now you're buffo. Oh, one to us. Now you're
buffo. Problem. That's what you say. One bar man to us.
One. And I make us say one to us. One to us. Me. Abayi bi obababi a. Say you MPP. Say you NDC. Say you CPP. The obababi a. The odi kan no be ye no. Ah, wanwie no. Beto aso. Because sanya na Nkrumah be ye ya. Military government by our mom beto aso. We just hold near man. And na ka ho bi na ama.
Ghana
ye kaya so eti we ba enye osika sabe mpredi asa
Papa Prof
sika na ye dey here bibia e taxpayers money nya wo dia
Papa Prof my another example e-blocks yasemi President Mahama na ye e-blocks wanye so the code chrome obole or ye e-blocks for specific places and the e-blocks ye kan ye media for ye dey answer na ban to e-blocks maybe
o kan say me no nya adwo
okay
e-blocks no aban no ankasa no on Ghana ha ya no mo ye propaganda no bebre
oh okay
NDC aban no ebeko no de no mo awie no na enoso ye na emro
na nu 30 kwa na nu 30
emra aban foforo we bae no obeto aso baby ho no ma on ze sika no mko gi sika no ye contractors no e bia na sika no nye den eni ho wa diska no da niam no ho wa disk Ghana ha no contractor be gi adwuma so wo ye sika no de akotoka o de akotoka dem
some mobilization fund dem
o de akotoka no dem no onye adwuma no enti aban no ba na se sika ni ho no de be ya he no ko sika no meanwhile before so be your project you need to budget for it and nekura de aba yes say we tears see as a dean we ntimi nkoto bibi for me faculty and BB say any me budget if it has not been captured in the budget. So we do the what the cocra say approval if it is beyond the next call for approval. Yes, so show budget. I say I account and can yeah just approval on approval ma. And this we say what call ye blocks. Na ye blocks so they are my contractor. Na contractor no enwie ade no sika no so ye tua ma no he na yeko first kafo for dia ba beto aso baby ana contractors
aso ye sika sem
bebre so no aso ebi o mo to aso baby ana o mo nye yi no o mo to aso wie me enkola no
prof point what make it solid point in it say Mahama started e-blocks aban way the last MPP aban eto aso
yeah
the most important thing to transform is to do
more of such
and do TVET technical and vocational education.
Very important.
Do more of the science and math. And that is the way we have to go. But I made my point and they said, like you said, propaganda is killing us too much. And we do it to the extent, say, we dirty almost everybody and dirty everything, which is not good. The most important is Obia Basoba Besumo mine. Say Mahamo, say Ata Milso, say Kufuo, say Wanyo, Obia Basoba Besum, Obia Bomodin, Ayebi, Ebinum Disika. But let's come back to the most important thing. And here na ye kro.
Well,
who are we? Where do we want to get to? Oh no. Some people, somebody was saying, say, why is America's scientific community still thriving in the face of serious world challenges? The point is that America's foreign policy, intelligent people from more different countries. Come and stay. Woba, say na yeka say Ghana ni bi wo nasai. Woba, ye share wood IQA. Ye dey wash baby, amount scholarship. Ni epianko. It's not only the state. There are philanthropic organizations who sponsor and then give those things. And here ni person dey Ghana ko.
Fine.
What kind of scientists do we want to have? Kwabenya, you were saying about Professor Alote.
Yeah. Atomic energy.
Right. How many of the allotes do we have? We have some.
Is that but you know that Professor Alote at the point crown or no near be theories meaning or the bar crown na abrofo no person be jatu.
Yes. But the point is that let's build a scientific community.
So anyway,
more research and come up with a lot of things. Let's get people who can talk about IT, talk about transport, talk about governance. Your names Omo Adwene Emudo. Omo ye Ghanaians. We have some. We have you. We have Professor Ajimendia. We have so many people. Let's get them together. Papa bi amenene ye adwuma. Nyesa menene ye adwuma. Me study ni kakra. Your friend Enrique Peñalosa. Ewo Colombia. Obeye mayor of Bogota. And no introduce. Nye bibi aye foforo bia we wiase o. Omo friend BRT.
BRT and you bad rapid transport
Enrique Peñalosa and the popularizer. He was the mayor for only 3 years, so 4 years. And no implement it. Or implement people were against it. When to me and Rinibium and Okoye. But system not the buy.
Ayajuma.
Atene we ask baby. Uko Chinese are doing BRT. Go everywhere, they are doing BRT.
Na Ghana.
Yeah, they are tempted, but and Kofana work kitchen there Dawson. Kitchen front Dawson. Obi so nam na ha, no be so tomatoes ha, no be you say what the way for hang ye kasa ya hang.
Mami can say intro. Minu kuma ni ankasa minu me papa ba. Ah oye doctor or cardiologist. Now free America buy say nko baba invest nko oye interventionist cardiologist ko baba be biebi wa ha no aye na obae no enipa ewo abam sika no mpese omoje no no ne okopa ni investors ne ade ba oba be bie ne nke tete amanfo ewo saa nimdie no mu onkotua bese $20 million emenko di ebinum botom ansana yaman support enye insist saban we mre so emre bi atwam me person na
wo kan wunia me
so
I was in charge of
we say no me koso no edi enya
sika na ye jiji corruption
now if say bottle me buy am the man na ye mo me start ya me no nya na aka ase kakra enti sika na Ghana you know revenue na ye taxpayers money na ye you know resources na wo kan human we the human kware mfanto je natural material resources na ye nya no say wait here obi say ebe da so agina soro ha enyina soro ha ebe confirm to say the
corruption is the biggest problem
the biggest problem say to tackle corruption even though say baby abeku be corruption America kura kwa corruption the first time I be call America 2007 airport black man be busa me immigration busa me say na Africa what is our problem na and I'm say oh your problem your corruption what say there be corruption kura the America hakura be that's what he told me and I learned that it's everywhere but no systems no here adwuma obi kokko di bone ne wo ye ani achiwa ye do be kokko 10 years kra e be di asem ne ye do akotum ni apane so na serve as deterrent na abo obi hunu se ye ne nke ye punish nkrofo be hunu ache na so we say wo de mo obi nkobo kro no ne ye mfa ne nko court ne nko ne the politics abom eno ne ade a me feel say high pa na se me say me wo ba wo ye NDC asem wo ye MPP sem say ade no ba ba bia no kra da me de no kra be to bi mu because
you have spoken well. William, the year Kenyan, we have one institution. As I see, reinforce. Is the investigation is still the police? All of you have stayed in Europe, Makwaba. In Europe, the police, another thing, yes, a woman politician as you. But this institution, they have so been defined among independence. Say, yes, Prime Minister cry, be investigator. Now police for problem they want to say politicians play football with them.
Sir?
Na nothing about okwa where they be with the one. See ama womo autonomy. Say the yawo ebia ye fan say womo no lifespan of worker. Ya ye de ma say dinner we say 4 years they be akọ ebia vice chancellor sir. The police womo should have that. Inti IGP no ha say wanye na adwuma yi 4 years obakọ obaye na adwuma yi amaye yi na de ade say politician ye police ni enye obi aban na woso say na ya ba chachango na ye yimedi ye kwa prime minister be oh these are the things the pamcho institutions are more attractive way mo na say mo boa my institutions against strength
but arrow akrashe for no so bo ankofo de bom say Ghana ya dane kasa ye kasa dodo less action see eno ne me final eyi ameba round
who o mu say bia me kan ye be yi me de bia me ye din kura na ye influence say papa no ye bonyi ni free oh these are the
Papa, eno kura de nkie nsuro
you are ready
me kan no kura na ubetwa me kura me kan no kura na ubetwa me
good
but
some of you stand board, but some of you should stand
me patcho me kind messages when you bring back next week yankopon ya adoma eno so ebia ye be call a bit of ye first saying Supreme Court ni akọ mo but more important the best sector by sector say they no penika BRT transport President Kufuor yes so be revive osa anyeye or the Rollins the time no me no STC o me kofa private investor bi buy o me no Vanef STC Ankosiaga sesi akra na yera minister nana komia krampo o yes obefefe STC kakra hwe VIP ni ade ba hwe because akwan ne enye VIP buses no me obi ko buses no I don't blame the buses akwan na nye because ko bia am nyina maka examples ekwan ne yefia ba ko nam ha ba ko nam kwan ne so enti se nipa no kwa no order o to nko a obevia into the bush omo rams strip rams o hono ma o dakra o kan ko faswa ebe kenya no wanya ne ye de tete de no akwan ba ko fia no kwa so erosion fafa na if and so ye won openi said okay your transport for makwa brochi school akosua ye won engineers o makwa brochi akosua mo account so hwe nkroma road yo ye openi won se nkroma fi akonya so obi atumi aye road ni bi and so ye wo mo makosua de wa brochi
24th January 1966 ni bi sa akwa no
se motorway de no
24th January 1966
obenu wo be wiase se be si there wotin komo nyankopon adom
wo hu kwa bi 24 February 1962 kwa ori akwa 1 month de 2 no
nkoma bi ayi no akoso mo de no
1 month de
2 no akonya
obi motorway ni akoso mbo 1 month be de 2 no Ade na banti e be akwa.
Mami kan messages we open ye be ba so ne ya be next week e be ko sector by sector health ye be ko transport ye be ko railway ye be ko way nyina ye railway one of the ade eyenim guase kese ma Ghana ba ko no say ne ye wo railway network ne ye ni railway kra fe na ye agency ye be
Come you said the blue train kura bai.
Chese
Blue train slipper anajo ba.
Mo the blue train ba.
Na
no aban ka chese. Omo de ba ko bi be ba de na mwie mu no. E fam de kra ye nwie na de na mwie mu ne de be ba. That's it.
From capacity.
Aha. Mami kai mo messages bi na fe ye nto a Royal Mama Sita also wo Kofodi and Sivim lady the best panel ever. Any penifo akese a wo de o ma ba betina studio ni chese Nyankopon wo nhia wo da Mr. Jewu and o say if you in all this charity begins at home. Awofo ne abatan no entete ben and omo de man kwala no ko school a ya to aso eno no awofo no nyina adwene asai nti oni tete bi a o de man kwala na kwala na to aso ama o makọ omo anim we so o say vim nation building topic here we ba on critical issue chese matena me TV hu saa mitumi nsore chese nimde ne nyansa empanifo e de ma no all time enya de a ebi okra da bi o se afia mitie o pa prof Poku aye ne kasa from Wisconsin and obi as o se prof me hwemo a panel ni nyina akọ show no professor no kwa na youngest but o hwe nimde a ewo panel we so ne nyansa sem a ye ka enka Ghana solution nyina ewo ne panel na ye no esunto obo mu nyina ma ba so se monko so a no say happy Sabbath nso enkoma ye nyina se ya fa Ghana to ye boso ne ye se ye be ye o man Ghana se de se efata lawyer o se ofri Jacob o se fia Nyakopo eisha mo pa fata ne mama enjoy pa lawyer wusu happy belated birthday so nkoma wo ene abusuafo no enyina abeta wo London no se fia this is the best program ever. Se wenya aro crad na babetna so na o kire ye niam a ye nwo ye kra na ye adwene kra nuru no Nyankopon Asia UTV se ma ye bibia etisa Bright and Chroma was if you are happy Sabbath and come on good job and I'm here not good morning abuse of prof asema o can no say if you are mo hwe na mo check my pa no say if you are religion osum said the professors na ababe kan ka ho and ye say o man no sika kakra ye beji won kofo ho adinti no ye nka no kranche nkofo se o mo so nkopa adwuma nye ye be dada wo mo aka trofa handkerchief beto collection ye say na no na be mo adwuma so nkroma time o se nkofo si form ekoye adwuma lawyer from Pokua say if e be ya program we repeat bi na nyansan Ghana hia nyina ha ene wo no wo se Nyankopon hia aro me pese de o ka no kre ensem o ka che president Akufo Addo nyina be ya president fanto enfan kosumyem na wona so na be bo no president ne na memo ne legacy a obetimi eja ede ama o my Ghana Alhaji Ahmed wo Gulf City no Sivim lady Nyankopon hia papa for this program dear real deep nyansan kwa monkoso ana monkoso pegro bacheda nkwa no say if you good morning a good show pa na enema ye no na honorable doctor na ya we free asokore mampon na shebedweni was say if I wanted to establish early relationship with a ye but ye ko ye nim na ya boa na these are the things amo ya ebetimi aboa na oman no etimi akọ na nim na so kakra say ntiefia me follow wa wo no Vim Foundation de mo ye no won krasi nti na ya na mpese me boa mo no na kakra bi ayenso ye benya no mo so ye dimi aboa ma mo de akọ education won krasi because mo nyina mo make point is education is the key nti lawyer nana doctor nana free ye da se papa o so obedo 80,000 Ghana cedis said ama Vim Foundation na nkrasi na ye de boa enkola no yetimi de aboa because so said say mpanifo nyina ka no education is the key thing a ebetimi aboa ama o man akọ nanim wafa yaw ewo High Life Radio ewo ye Virginia o sefia good job and nepa de minya akra nka me nkonnware nka metena sesa de makana no chese Nyankopon sham papa ewo adwuma amoye no emusa so enam Hassan bin Abdullah and the air politics o say ade na mo raise this issue we ansa na ye beto aba o say if ya atwom hypocrisy will kill you wala nyo wa kwatia no say where was Amnesty International say enkofo ye say ye mamra na ye adwuma pe omo de human rights beka enso aduane a nkofo nya bi nie de amnesty for emma emeka Max Tuberg and I say so they are still going to celebrate Independence Day and Afia also busa aro mu ne ade nyina ma because they say covid wo ho enti ebe ya enka we nya piaga de wo ye LGBT asemene LGBT enye issue kra ye ka ne ma ebe ma Ghana for aduane di sustainable development 20 years they say the osaje fu de jaye no 100 years echi so ye be use to say motorway yempe nye ene ede ene yepe ediaka Sylvia Nyakodam no say I love this topic today please catch a prof said the new curriculum is superb but we need the requisite resources laptop projectors I betimi facilitate at the chair or classroom netimi abwa curriculum ni good but akande no eno so ye hia pa netimi abwa pa Isa Mohammed o say Yakopon sha wo team with him lady in fact fantastic topic ena mode aba no na Daniel abebi no say topic is say ena bebo amoma akọ na we ena mon kan da no Adam Yusuf so say ye hypocrite say ye topic we na ya anye no before election na ye na beto abama wa wo ga na ni na to no utiru obotom ni wo say uti wo obotom ho hwe no so na to abanye ye topic na wo be ka say ye fa influence no what to aba ati say nti hwe wa topic wisdom a wizi and o say if I love this nation building topic and then we discussing deciding say we move away from Ghana and sem ni nyina doing a topic of this is the real agenda setting Eboa on my Ghana and wisdom kojo nokolim and the way by Remy Rams or say God bless you vim lady I like your boldness no crazy and ebeboa mo man no akọ na ni yes professor sin na kan no French and minister Kwesi Botcho say please English no can never bring us together to catch a prof my English no ye the communicate but entumi ma ye nya enkabom nya sa Ghana ye ABC ni mo an ye betna Moses Adams no say importation of culture ekuye say the arrow kan ye no was say ye adopt keke yeah adapt China for adapt omo fa ode no omo de Ghana de ye fa democracy no tra no sa na ekunye no and na kwabena je no say they speak the hard truth o say Afia Yakopon show panel li na wo mo kasa Moses Adams so say we make a necessary fun of people who use their mother tongue nkofo mo kom krom kasa no na ye sere wo mo de obeka brofo na ye je no so brofo nyina echi no na Ghana akom David Mensah say the biggest problem is that why do they need officers to do their gay things? But you're gay and lesbian and kind of no, Emma Yaduanini, Yenema, a beckham bread and butter. They're gonna form my benye, Juma ye, Sanyo, near dear and Chroma Jay in Google. These are the things. Valco ya and Chroma ye and Nevaco. Energy crab, Valco, Vobenya, dia, aluminium, community. Omunya electricity. They cannot pay. Ntiene Valco, I can't send 1 penny trim and a ho. Meanwhile, ye Valco here, any integrated aluminium, not said they're not the we can create about 2 million jobs. Valco, and Sunny about Temari refinery. I net Temari refinery, crying here to 2. Temari refinery, is here to 2, non campus GMPC. Yet Ghana, ye oil, our brofu companies, the baby to oil, the maye because we don't have money to drill it. When we are for percentage, because you can't blame the or this can have really amount. It takes about about $15 million to drill one well, one oil well. Na Ghana, you see a person ko yet one ma China for babeju o money. Afia benya Chinese Ghanaian babedi president. Na afia yesu. What you say? Is there already? I am here, Gary. I hear first a message or the message. You better one commoner so I want him say them penny for I want him say near the commoner at us. We are critical issues. You dream on my Ghana and near my bebwa. I'm on my Ghana. I found to my pefra. Na Ghana mranti ene mabawa ekom edu omo nyina no ye yi omo everyone me na say the arrow ka obi ekotu too much indiscipline ewo Akufo-Addo abanim arrow one na woka sa ne ma ne ye kwa mema wa ma president Akufo-Addo advice ba ko mienu as experience as you are betimi aboa no na wakọ nanim ewo omanim but prof na me ka say me about so the politics are we doing too much politics with Ghana mind instead of say ye be patriotism na arrow ka no ye be sum on my Ghana na on my Ghana no momenya followers
politics no there bro from say you've hit the nail right on the head and the politics ye bibia me obi a empen bebre no eya me tai social media me phone so na me share WhatsApp messages near me so all over the country for groups near the na me share utimi say en samaya na nipa bi kan de omo ye bebre enye no kore boy politics over score political points we din tro afa obi ho na oye me de curriculum ya nyame ncha de me me back ni ball chair ye be example enema be breto bi a among for media for to me frame no ma forward no mo dey abrame say we na ekoso ubehwe no a obeye na nya no kure na me dey ma reply am dey am so only na prof say mo anye ayidi a is all over the place ade enya no kure na wo dey to nua so na Ghana hanso dey won say wo dey asam to obi so a even among intellectuals trabebre enye se enko obi di asem ato wo so no
verify
na obe verify na nipa na obusa yi no enti na mani gye curriculum critical thinking se obe busa nipa na se asem a wo ka no ni nyina so ne sen na obe ya yi no onya yi ho ana waje hook line sinker waje atum se asem no ye no kore na ono su firi ana waka kire vim lady ofiri ana waka kire arrow ofiri ana waka kire
na was spreading
information no eti da bia no na entro edi nkunim eti no kure but ewom se no kure ba be di nkunim de e den one day ba be di but na say we president ko for kan asem bi 2007 sabre na me ni Ghana ha be na me monitor no pa na me tie me hear news or internet na me ye no de bia no taka na mo de asem to no so Giselle Yazi asem ba ye so wona na wonta na mo de ye ayi o say no kure no be de be di no kure be de one day no kure be de and I'm transfer de bia me dwene ho enti from that time no be sisabre entafo ye hu o ma me no fa o ma ha obi antimi anko
interesting, you know.
this is what we do politics ni say ya say ni pa no ni say edipa bi kura obetumi abase omu awu kura akọ adakamram because of politics and try obi di to omo so na obi akofatuo na obi akobọ obi pa na obi akokuna na say obi de car head akọ crash no eni we bebre koso so what trans na what niam ni bi na ya politics na do so bebre mo me nka no kure politics ndi ye me no we politics say wo ka say aban waye mfom so waye say na wo nyina so gina so na otimi prove a me support nemom no se wantimi anya nyina so ne kokoye propaganda as and tro na wudi na de tu wudi say ni pan de ya enye fe en sa de na okoso wo Ghana ha edi enya papa en se we de tu enua so enye wonim ho hwe wo ya de no hunza de ya wo ye mame ma won hwe so bi emre bi e wo curriculum ya ho ena omo radio station na omo kan wo Adom FM panelists na omo ye obi ye MPP na obi ye NDC na omo kan na curriculum no
paneling
ensem omo kan no ye kan poto so eniema yakofa ba na nye papa
adenti kwa na wo say NDC ni MPP better curriculum
ena omo kan na me na me kusi me yere me de na ko school ti na me tie a program na me so de ade ni siko no enye na me frɛ me station Adom FM ho
yeah
na me ka kire omo say asema nipa na kan no enye no korɛ na say ni say no ha omo de me to like omo de me call
na o clear
na me clear bibia me clear dey ni here because okobo opani bi clear this abre na omo de timetable no double track system no omo de ba omo de bread naka na e omo responsibility no omo ye yinti no as the chair of the council no omo de omo my that is here nro man ye de ma subcommittee no here timetable based on proposal na omo de ba in the subcommittee no kran submit report no fa ma committee no or committee of a whole no entrance here approve in enfa command ministry no kran no ma yayo na obi ti ono abo obi din one member of the committee na came out to the curriculum framework no abo ni din na me say enya no kore sa nipa no ono entimi nka sa asem no so me buy na beka na me chechemu nya say netie ade no kura no emfiri sub committee no pokura ma committee of the whole me as the chairman me duru me ho pokura ma me kura me study ade na ye den na wa be gina wa beka say ya de na ye na okura ukura bi o hefa na ko ye ya
banani pande ye politics
what the politics later on no ye pon wo mo pon program me wie no wo say ono say one say we struggle how to answer ono na kan say me I'm not struggling later on he called me and I'm saying it today on authority because of this question that you have asked me. Any panic catch them so at the end you very good you very good na mo you very good na new it me can Dr. Matthew Pokua Prempe
Yeah.
Being cancer Dr. Matthew Pokua Prempesa, on pesi camera no on fa man boys no munya sa.
The net is a politics.
Politics near the Bibia. Politics near the Bibia. And I went and told the minister said this but me command is Kabia, me this Kabia so command. No bo ni pani this is what they are doing and it's very very bad.
Yeah. Any case remember also politics near there, how is it affecting transformational leadership be transforming Ghana na Ghana asesa na yenso ya te say China ne Malaysia ne Singapore no kwan ben so na politics ne high.
Two things.
Okay.
First one, your capacity of Ghana. Yeah, the ability to organize that capacity to address the key areas. Any biggest problem. Opening to education, ROTA, or political history.
Yeah.
You can't take it away from him. Into a PBB about political history in Ghana, a bit shape the future. Or no, then for other people we should organize. He might have an idea, somebody might have a different idea, but we put all of them together. Into the first key thing is to identify our existing capacity and organize it.
Okay.
How many people know transport in this country? Public transport. There are people in this country who know. And your ability to bring them together, identify them, to organize, to direct, very important. For finance, Ghana for be brain in finance. I mean, utie America for ya mokasa na utie leadership na utie they won't grow for. But have we been able to organize such people into your national compendium? A bit to me, ama say if you take the various sectors of your country now. We have these types of people. They might belong to different political persuasions, but yeah, identify one. Neyema woman who say, yeah, Juni Bibia for Ghana one. We can bounce it off those people.
Okay.
And we are one. The second thing is the guts. Pepper. Obibenya pepper say, may ye damn the consequences.
And for whom the besi.
Me pese, ya Juni home. Send your worker education curriculum. Ya Juni who said, this is it. Yeah, you be implemented. Damn the court. You need penny for baby or more genesa. Tame your more ya a nancrophone with dimechi. Na me party for baby saying. Na me yen say yes, you will be a friend and say we won't vote for you if you don't do it for us. Human face.
No votes, no a.
Me Kaiser Menewo a interview be now a different station about Dubai.
Yeah. Circle Dubai flooding, flooding crime in general.
And I mean make a point. Sansama me can't be seen there. It's not been solved. Eja to to baby na yen solve we
nti you already this year craft flood never sense
just say aban yen nketenkete but because ye dwene ade na yen dwene enhwe mfantepem for dwen hwe kan yen ne sa hwe say ye
school mfantepem mana
there be me ko school sekuni takrade but ye fa your friend is saying 2008 can 2008 yes stadium stadium yes FO you discan a shame but what could be the implication of that infrastructure around the settlement yeah in general wofa Chelsea name ya Chelsea ni wofa Chelsea ya wo hotel wo Chelsea pandemic ibaye omo the hotel na ma national health emomu yusu NHS emomu yusu enti wo ye bibia wo the infrastructure bia ko ba bia it appreciates the immediate environment's value. And yenya aban bi obenya pepa. Mpenifo bi obenya pepa. Madam for minua kodo baredo metini so na ma sorry. Ye dakete ba akoso ye ko bompugu yuyo ye ko. That sacrifice. That willingness say mama yensisa o man nani. Let's do something to bring a change. Let's make an impact. Sa adiano ena be ma yekoye.
He was a patriotic worker.
That is it.
Oh yeah, you know, cause see, Madam, we are saying, what's in the crack say. Barre do you know, cause he say.
Akuba na say no more cover. We ko.
Oh no, we na here then. Oh we na here then. We na here then.
Yes, and I am pretty.
Yeah, the way cry to us. Yeah, money di papa cry to bo no so boss. Na barre do be ye we nyina we nya hwe a. Ene ono so kakro be wi am wi no fancy.
No, but if we need such leaders, we need such leaders who would demonstrate sacrifice, selfishness, and service.
Okay. I only my last person, Pacho Meji, final comment. But Mammy really a message here and confer a Batampa a Rabna Isiam. And Okase, say if you are good morning, now we a great display of the finest brains ever. Experts are there about discussions so and now pay critical issues in the educhum. My regards to all your distinguished panelists, especially Comrade Arrow from Paul Manson, Oba Tampa Francis, Oba, and I was sending you a message. We say just a necra de Wabrono so. Wabrono so. Rainbow Ewo Kaswa, and I say we allow accident to occur before taking action. Drivers no should be meticulous when driving rules near the patcho. Sa conversation we be another time about the drivers who multifaceted rules ne ka ho driving ne ka ho state of the cars na kasa ka ho but most importantly kwan na ye no enye kwan a ye de kɔ daache ho sa kwan a ye wo Ghana ha we na ma e fan nyina erosion awohoro amana ka fia bi ne dantem no wo de kɔ wiase ba bia obekum nipa but ye de because ye ma ekɔkwan so kɔfa bidie ntosufo jenefo nti no yemfa ho na ka minister bia kɔ wuti say the Rollins okonya accident o motorway a ne bodyguards ni bi wu ye na ade chia ne a block ho nyina but because a man ne de omunye Rollins omunye Kufuado omunye Mahamenti no de bi omu wu a ne aye headline 2 days 3 days na ka foforo science kwan so munko na munko wu nobody cares sa asem we ya si insurance kra beba mu no I don't know say car no kra wo insurance aba nyina etia emra ne sesen de bia nkofo the cases beba before kra wo be kwa akɔgye insurance Ghana had the only sika wasem so ka sika crowd be call ayi insurance company cry asem che say my way there asem foforo na obi ansu nkodi akire se nkofo we nya accident say the arrow ahase o my example Malcolm disaster buy Malcolm buy arrow patcho ma menyo final comment politics kwan be so na politics edi enya etwen aba akire
me da se pedi on se do asem nyina no akotwa base Nana Kufuado is in the driving seat. Yes, Okaka no Madam Pine. You can't reform, sir. Said the Meniaje, Professor Dean, and Juma Way, Upaya, Meniaje Papa. As I said, me, Quambi, I'm a first one, more encouragement, and remember in my little way. But that's how by Sisia President Kufuado, Messiah, say, Akunya Woody, Wakwa, maybe. Yeah, because the last 4 years, I can't. Mr. No, one more than say, what nearly better form. Na, Mr. the Minister for say, so more cousin be actually president, I can't correct. Na, one more say, Ghana in Tina one more. Obia say Ghana in I know President Nekasa Mucha say, he is like to die for Ghana. Na me panicho. Oma discipline. Enyano say the ministers obey discipline when and where necessary. A basa is a basa. Na say a basa so obon say the 4 years are obey ye no. Obey my pa. Because I time president before the second term office I'm coming in kono say aro. Afia me ko afia kura regiment say a marathon race. It's unending. Friend of Chumano, Ubiam Sawko, dear Ludu. The president, Mr. Discipline, dear. Men say, we are disciplinarian. Near Ubias, discipline, no, yen discipline. A fat, sir, a Japan company in Samoa. Your friend say, I mean, the number reported about Mr. Nina, me, you him. Nina Dimpama, Bibia, or fought. Personal, ya anko ye nyina no transformation mu de way but modern say ober reform no me we are there ba kuma manage e braba office no we free all political past leaders na no mu chia na me catch you be say President Akufo-Addo emulation of Tony Blair oba office no me Labour Party member very effective oba office no and of former prime ministers near Dina. No buka Major Carter say, I didn't know call war for Falcon. I get a cat and say, oh, English for 50 and anomaly nipa could do yaw. There's a basse Bonisaro for Bay Kukunia Pamian Clover. Where are they going? One more crumlio. Into a summer corner, me coco, Namiji, young Crawford and Trao. Let me say, a yadia. Oye no eboa no ma uno policy a so be take a foreign policy mo saa na me use president Akufo-Addo friend mpanimfo no na wo no mo bodwem oma saa de no nkoso se Nyankopon wie ne yi court as me free wa mesre no me suggest on form party political forum bi time on the ma no ye party political consultative forum the forum ne na ye wo 71 seats na 61 no ko other parties until parliament no to get to absolute majority and easy until here sa political consultative forum no carrying off no ye secretary of PFP Vituso or no ye secretary na the Grabion say chairman na nsan ye beko parliament na bibi ba part president wo mu hia wo castle na yansa de we ne pese de ko ti wo mu nyina dwene ho wi a despite the parties on be no momu yini adi nyina ne so okay ya president they have been on the leader CC fitine leader of the say ora kwa asemu na de ko say the be consensus building
okay
you build it from outside until bra wo mo be connect political party leaders nyina yenya idea say ade we ne ekoye until mu MPs don't rock the boat until we say Rollins to your administration na you smooth sailing
okay
you bibia na you come all the president we 137 this time no consensus building you should build behind from outside party consultative forum we should meet na tempia or no munshia periodically
okay
na on finance form patriotic as you know on your disciplinary more now
on sacking call for sesa na oka
when it's necessary
okay
no sacking boss say please read my lips on your near as I say yeah any pan edi hu be say wo maka no obi any o saint there are no saints in politics in the world obi aka say politician here say that boy
okay but the number of ministers in the okay yeah of course bet me transform
well maybe normally there kaya je mandran kamele pese beti so but on the agenda into also here 85 but then 85 on by whip no tempia on man whip on nyaduma what to be once more yem friend tentem na be ya yem fanam to nche enipa nyana no fa from bra
okay
grooming and yet to all political parties, I'm appealing to all political parties. Said the Papa Kai. You begin to groom our future leaders. On the idea, sir, we will be no fiscal. You be just prof, we will seek near journey vote. The value of the party, the principles of the party.
Yeah, very important.
And the political parties should be more patriotic Ghanaian to Ghana rather. Than their political parties.
Okay.
Political parties, Ghana any or party.
Okay.
You me pamcho. Say NDC ni na cancel the one come. MPP ni support na money nyama.
Okay.
Like Britain, like America, that place. She say akwaya no mayor governor or mayor. Also supporting Joe Biden. What 100 million?
London mayor na.
You can give me his name no. New York.
Como
Bakubi. No, I call them
Bloomberg, yes.
What I'm giving 100 million to your friend say
Biden.
Because he's a patriotic American. I say I don't like this man, or I'm a party member. In Ghana for the day, me who say concept labor, my friend say NDC. But you know, some support to their waker and the MPP's work. Darren me who say Ghana.
Okay.
Na me pacho. Kwame Nkrumah ne manu aka for ne dear. Mr. Moyam family o lebeboye.
Okay.
May God bless everybody.
I don't pacho. Before I go back on pacho, President Akufo-Addo or a transformational leader, and now on your transformation.
He is, but of all short because the courage, you know.
Okay. Opening Benata, President Akufo-Addo or your transformation leader, and on your transformation.
He is a transformation leader for us now.
Okay, Prof. Now they Akufo-Addo your transformation leader, now on your transformation leader.
So your transformation leader. Why be power? Dunya exercise be brava. Can you crowd you? Transformation.
I like arrow the no kind. It's a kind of courage in the kakra.
And the one who walk. The one who and I don't begrudge him. It's a so your free will be perception. They say baby I'm a tea. Any baby are on arrow tea. Baby are tea. Any baby I mean.
Obia on a nay.
Said they will be a home in a
different. That's so. That is so. Ebusafo ye the besi anum say the arrow aka no man pani say Celestine and Danko Kufado. On na say see a ote akonwa so ya swear ni in. Ya swear ni in o. There's a matter before court, but ya swear ni in. Into your president. O say president nya kukudro. And for want of a better expression, excuse Kasey American, get the balls between your legs and deal with some people. Fire them if you have to. Sack them if you have to. Mpenipo Kasey wa hapa ntina me sre kwan asana me use that language no. Get some balls, President Kufuor. Get some balls and sack some people. Crack the whip. Beat some people if you have to legally. Pamomo. Na said the arrow akana arrow ni penikese e na ye nyina yese no. O si Jawudin 4 years. Se Supreme Court ansesana dwen na so o se tena ho de ase de 2012 Supreme Court ansesana dwen a o se president ma tena ho no a saa de a 4 years President Kufuor leave your mark na transform Ghana. Abusia for critical issues ni me producer Prince Obi mpese Ghana brofo saa political parties we believe in slogans and na NDC ba eye fence eye zu eye za MFM mia MPP for ba e shibrado de enimo ha no yen transform Ghana. We are looking for a Ghana and ranti ene maba ina benye adwuma ye obi anton dog chains arrow say omo time no chroma time na dog chains for obi ani ka kwamo. That is the kind of Ghana ye pese ye baba youth employment e ma ekwa obi abenya adwuma aye Papa Willie Mr. Abeku so ochia papa unu abema no so ye friend say local government Papa Willie say ochia good job ene waye no so Debbie o say o hwe pa thank you mo send message aye to me ankan na me sema mo fa enche Mike Akofo Michaela and Fred Addison Ankra was if you good job pa na in this program pa de be ya ka mo repeating da na mrante ene maba no enkoya dwen ye die ne mu ne hu se o man ne ye nyina na ye dia ye live legacy de o china obi ba na ye wu kokra obobo odin sa so masi wo ho a enka say na o man e be specialized mineral water and this way chocolate drink do here any insuo share da mo nyina mate so mo hwe nyankopon ma ye na so next week or the chair de bebre mo ne mo mase da kese enkoma mpanifo ene ye ne mo aye program ne ne doctor professor associate professor Enoch Opoku Kasaye from Wisconsin University of Child Leadership ewo honum sanso and Professor Bafo Ajimedua asoreko ono former United Nations senior governance advisor penikesi a oka ho no mo found CDD and so say ono ye in charge of President Kufuor Foundation ye don no so aseso obe join ye sanso na Professor Osei Kwatin Dean of School of Arts Faculty of Arts Cape Coast University my no school or have big job pa and Cape Coast University no prof ya that say no free Cape Coast one no free or drive here ebe kan ho sanso na Yera Bernard Abeku Arthur urban development consultant and visiting professor our child there France or also ye bad transporter obo so ye expert honum any planning into ne kasa fi wan hwe na flooding base if we don't take the precautionary measures and our win him almighty Yera arrow from Paul Manson CPP Penimpa was serve here as official president Osajefo Nkrumah na ban emu exile aban tugu enti and arrow free Ghana kotena London abrochi memu adaka be from Paul Manson ne papa nimpon enye nchen eni so Kumase na yaye na fly no from Kumase na abaro yakopon shaw no man kwatenten na tena nkom na kire yesa ne mum yesa also chro book na de ohun ye nyina wani santemo de wo kan yon pioneer values ya wo kenyina stroke chro book na fa giant why na one chro kra bitimi amo obi atrama obi long essay and I said yes no study no arrow any obema ni
mejo number you invite to kra mo aba your history alive your program your history alive obetimi aba then he tells us near any see Nkrumah time as he saw them now
and Yankopon cha de arrow wadwe ye so sharp mini maduane awudi se kontomre no konso anu se dey on
body appreciate
wadwe ye sharp
Nkrumah he was a very kind-hearted fellow na fe so no wotima na ne trimo omre so di sofo
Catholic priest.
If you can't nyame na nkofo Kenya
distortion ye boa
politics there
they can spoil you near the.
Aro ye here 6 March 1-on-1. You do be free
I'll
come. Na ya ka history no ne ade. Ya man ko na classroom no kwan kakra bi no mbe hu. So ya classroom ni bi ani asan de wa ba TV so. No be ka che ne ya hu.
I am prepared.
Class, you know, we know about answer classroom.
Yeah.
Yo. I will. Remember.
Yes, sir. Because I need
many
good
good so.
The good to me the ni say
Me no be do hon komo.
No, life experience. Same through
Debbie, the computer no capture we flow.
Aro, yeah, that's it. Yakubu shout. Aro, udimpa na omra ni anom de mo.
Me Robert Ochre from Pomanso.
Robert Ochre.
Na the Aro no be money say at the age of 22 years, so na kwa me point to be regional organizer of the Ghana Young Pioneers in Ashanti. And untino le ma Aro no aye popular with everybody. And 1961 Queen ba Ghana. No ba no be chia Asante na me Young Pioneer unit am de kushi alo airport. Inti wo hwe ye smart turn up no na wokon. Na the character wo tro nse apart from share to forward color, it was a very about the smart turn up of the Ashanti region branch of the Ghana Young Pioneers. And I talk I became the Arrow. And I'm popular. And I became the eye of Kwame Nkrumah.
No wonder say oba ayi adakabe from Pomanso onim abakosem ne eniema no dey ahye mu.
In fact, it's a school no kura ba ma gaos to be appointed the national organizer of the Ghana Young Pioneers. The national organizer didn't call Cuba, ZB Shadow. Melan can be take over from him.
Aro yadase pass and the way Kumasi.
And the Lima administration so we account the form People's National Party.
I can Lima by one.
Yes.
I see. I see.
Now the was special assistant to the vice president. Later I was appointed director of state protocol. And I'm the co-brochure. Many Rollins in Yantokwa Bibri.
Only Rollins in Yantokwa.
Oh, yes, several times. Now, no, I am madam for the same time near Kuntokwa. Because also they are a probation. We're putting the People's National Party under probation. This is very wrong. The more regardless, I can change that. And you're right. Until me confront you, only people you're being. I'm going to share war. Your friend is a Continental Hotel. Now,
what do you need there? Hey, I don't care when you not carry dates. Come on. But 6 months, Arrow, you best shut out to your book. Now you're calling him. Bye.
I'll give you what is here.
Yes.
Said the professor.
Yes.
They were having the poor by itself.
And that is very good. Oral evidence very, very important.
Well, Mr. Professor, Samino Casana Mitradi, my mind to go faster. Chance the baby, so be I am baby. We are must correct me move you. So I am mission and an perception. Not generally ready again.
I was aware the critical issues in Bessianus and now it's special edition. Ghana and Quenim and Costa and the Dutch and near Jones. Special guest any year Arrow performance or the Capri performance or Nepapa and Ofikumati boy history fresh, history alive and our Babeche. We have a couple of years to come next week. Ever sign out to us so transformational leadership, ever transforming Ghana. And that's your family.